Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Are we Gucci right now? We look like we're Gucci. Alright, let's get things popping. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. It's the boy Tru Inferno. Today's day is Sunday, March the 26th. And we got the third episode of the Tru Inferno show. Now, before we get things popping with the Tru Inferno show, I just want to laugh for a second. I released a tweet about like an hour and a half ago or so. I don't remember when I released this tweet. And it's blowing up. It's blowing up, but not for the good reasons. So, I'm not sure y'all following me on Twitter. If not, y'all should be following me on Twitter. Will Nightbot work on YouTube this time around? I don't know. I'll be honest, I have not really messed with Nightbot on YouTube side. So let me see. Will Nightbot work? Looks like Nightbot is not working. So, yeah. Follow me on Twitter. Tru Inferno Pogo, all one word. So, I released a tweet. And, ooh, that's interesting. I released the tweet. And here's what the tweet said. The tweet said, and I quote, let me find it real quick. There it is. Me, and this is me. Like, this is how I feel about this. Cornbread is boring and awful. And then I got the entire black community, you know, with this picture right here. With the, you know, all the knives pointing at me. That picture. So, yeah. And that tweet is blowing up. People are always leaving comments about that. I find that to be very hilarious. Let's switch on over to here. Alright. And actually, let's take the hat off the phone, because that's my game right there. Alright. So this is the third episode of the Tru Inferno show. This is all the topics that we have lined up for this episode. If there's any other topics that you want to tackle, assuming that it's like family friendly or whatever the case may be, and involves Pokemon Go or maybe Pokemon in general, feel free to say so. Hey, Kairu, what's up? I probably butchered your name. I apologize in advance. Welcome to the live stream. So we do have a special guest. The special guest went to get something to eat because the special guest was just live on Twitch or hold up, T-Rich. You know how YouTube is. They were just live on T-Rich, trich.com/MrsMime100. They were just live. They were just playing The Sims 4. But she went out to get something to eat. Speaking of which, I just got back from something to eat. And let me go on a little rant for you guys real quick. Let me ask you all a serious question. When it comes to going out to eat with a large group of people, right? Let me ask you all this question. Do you all do separate checks? Or like, you know, obviously you came with you and your spouse or your other half, whatever the case may be. You get a check for the two of you. But basically, you don't put everybody at the table on one check. Y'all don't do that, right? Yo, Smarties, Nestle, what's up? Thanks for your live stream. Let me ask you, but I'm being serious. I'm being semi-serious here. So again, when y'all go out to eat, like a group dinner, whatever the case may be, y'all don't put everything on one check, right? Y'all don't do that, right? Let me get some confirmations from you guys in the chat. Y'all don't do that, right? I'm curious to hear from you guys. Do y'all put everything, everybody's plate, everybody's drink all on one receipt? One bill. Do y'all do that? Yes or no? You never go out to eat too expensive? Okay, I can understand that. But if you were to go out and eat with your friends, with your family, wherever the case may be, would you put everything on one bill? Okay, so if you want to say, well, if one person wants to cover everybody's bill, which I have been a part of that, we're not talking about that. Like if one person said, oh, I got everybody's meal. No, we're not doing that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you paying for your own meal, but at the same time, did you get your own check? Or does everybody meal is on one check? Exactly, never. You never do that, exactly. It depends on the number of people. Okay. So, how many of us was out here today? And I got a picture of this on Twitter too. Try about at least 19 of us. There was 19 of us that went out at one table. Or technically 3 tables combined into one, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, try that. Bono, what's up? Thanks for the live stream. Normally, when you go out to eat with your in-laws and family, it all goes on one bill. When you go with your friends, they're paying for their own and we pay for ours. Okay. So I'm curious. Why does your in-laws and family all on one bill? Does one person pay for all of it? That's my question. Does one person pay for all of it? Yeah, brother. Now I'm curious. So I'm kind of curious at that one. So yeah, and then we're gonna get on to the main topics and things of that nature. But yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of curious about that. But that last part he said, like when you go out with your friends, they pay for their own. Everybody pay for their own stuff, which is the norm, I feel. But apparently it might not be the norm. Actually, can y'all hear the music? Let me see if the music's tight. Yeah. Oh, your wife pay for it all. Oh wow, okay. So y'all big ballin'. Okay. So y'all big ballin'. Okay. So something like that. See, that's what I'm talking about. Something like that. That's different. That's different. Okay, when you go out with your old time friends and you all take roughly the same kind of distance and share some rind, and yes, we have one bill split it. Y'all, right, healthy, right, exactly. Y'all got healthy pockets, yeah, exactly. Oh, so basically, like, if y'all get one dish, like, for example, like, I don't know, chips, and y'all all eat out the same plate, okay, then you have one bill split. Yeah, something like that. That's also different, right? That makes sense. So, we went to this restaurant, right, and we went for my mom's birthday, like, to celebrate my mom's birthday, even though her birthday was, like, I think 2 weeks ago, whatever the case may be, but there's about at least 19 of us there, and my mom called in advance, got reservations, and she told them, hey, can we get separate checks? And they told her on the phone, yes, y'all can have separate checks. So, cool, okay, whatever. We get there, the waitress comes up to say, like, yo, everything's on one check. And we was like, what the heck? Like, we were told one thing on the phone, and now we were told something totally different. So now, when we got our checks, yeah, exactly, Abundant, exactly. You saw that picture, exactly. Yeah, I posted that picture on Twitter. So now we got a one bit. They didn't even have everybody's orders lined up correctly. They didn't even charge everybody's drinks, which is cool. I didn't pay for my drink, so that was cool. And it was like $420. That's the total. So we was like, okay, who ordered this? We had to go through the bill, be like, okay, who ordered this? You, who ordered that? You, who ordered this? You, where your side? Oh, it's up there, even though your order's down here. Okay, there's 2 people that ordered the same thing here. Who are you? You and you. Y'all not together, but whatever. You know, it's like, bruh. They got to update their system, man. They got to update their system. They had to hack the system to let people pay for their meal with credit cards. So I had to pay for my meal with credit card. I had no bills on me. Right, and that was another thing. Not a lot of people had bills on them. Uh-oh. So that was another issue right there. But yeah, it was crazy. That's all I can say about that. It was crazy. Oh, Brandy, good old Brandy. That's funny. Now, before we get on though, we do have some news that just dropped like 50 minutes ago. So Sarah B just dropped some major news. For those of you who play Pokemon Scarlet and or Violet, check this out. Ooh, I'm gonna be out of town for that first weekend. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. So check this out. The next 7-star Terray battle has been fully revealed. You're gonna get Bug type Samurott. Bug type Samurai. So that's gonna start next weekend. And the weekend after that. So that's March 31st to April 2nd. And April 7th through the 9th. So that first weekend, March 31st to April 2nd, I'm gonna be out of town. I'm gonna be in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We're gonna talk more about that later on in this stream as well. Now we have done where one person pays for it all, but everyone else will give them cash or cash app it to them just to make it easier. I mean, yeah, there's that, but like we at the point where everybody normally asks for separate checks and they pay with their credit cards or debit cards. Like, not a lot of people are carrying bills. You know, so. Because I didn't have bills on me. I put my bills in my gas tank earlier today. Otherwise, I could have covered my own bill. Be like, yeah, I got 20, blah, 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 and I'm done. But nope, I put my 20 in my gas tank. So, it was crazy. It was very, very crazy. But yeah, so again, Bug Terra type Samurai will be the next 7-star Terra Raid boss. That's going to start this coming weekend, and they're going to continue on the following weekend as well. Again, so here's the deal. This coming weekend, your boy will be in Fort Wayne, Indiana for a Pokemon regional tournament. I will be there covering it. So Pokemon Go will be there. The trading card game will be there. And Scarlet and Violet PvP will be there as well. So it's going to be fun. I can't wait for this one. Your boy going back to Indiana once again. I've been going to Indiana every year going back to 2018. The only year I missed was 2021. So 2018, 2019, 2020, 2022, and now 2023. It's crazy. I'll be going to Indy every year with the exception of one. It's crazy. All right. Let's get on with this episode of the Tru Inferno Show. Your coworker has been asking you, do you have $20 cash at work? And I'm like, bro, what are you about to do with $20 in here? I ain't got no cash. Right, exactly. And I'm like, why your coworker asking you for money? Don't y'all make the same amount of cash? Well, I don't know about the same amount, but like, don't they get paid on the same day? Like, what y'all doing? Like, what is he doing? Like, that'd be annoying, though. I'm like, bro, you better get your own 20. All right, so here we go. First topic. Now, I'm not sure how many of you guys are on Twitter. I know everyone is on Twitter. I'm not sure about the rest of you guys, but I'm not sure if you are on Twitter or not, whatever the case may be. But there's been some issues within, Pokemon Go. Probably trying to buy a rock. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's been some issues with Pokemon Go. So what I mean when I say issues. So, there was the issue of people trying to cheat with the raid system. So I try to remember the story. He wanted the cash and he had cash happened to me. That makes no sense. So he wanted a bill. Like, don't you like? Isn't there a ATM? Like, what the heck? But I understand. Like, okay, they charge extra. Like, he better find his bank's ATM or something. But anyway, back on the topic at hand. So like, the raid issue, and I'm not talking elite raids. That's later on down the line. But with the raids issue, there was a bug where people would enter a raid, like try to remote raid it, and then they'll cut on airplay mode, and then they cut it back off, and then the game will have them believe that, they're using a regular raid pass instead of a remote raid pass. Niantic fixed that bug. People got mad. And then there was another situation involving raids. Obviously, there was the rumor going out there about there's going to be a limit on remote raids. And at the moment, it's a rumor. So a lot of people, I mean, not a lot, but like, I want to say about 65% of people on Twitter are upset about that. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on this whole situation. So what are your thoughts about the whole rating system as a whole? Again, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about elite raids. That's going to be later in the video. I'm talking about just regular rating. Tier 5s, megas, tier 1s, tier 3s, whether you use a regular raid pass or remote raid pass. Inviting people now and things of that nature. So now you can invite up to 15 people to a raid. That's actually a thing now. So you don't have to back out of the lobby, wait 5 seconds and jump back in. You don't have to do that anymore. So that's then a major improvement. So I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts about the rating system? I know exactly, Kaiwu. Exactly. They got mad because they couldn't cheat anymore. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And there she is. MrsMime100 is back with a snack bars.
Yo, snack bars? Did I say snack bars? I didn't say snack bars.
I said bars because I got lines. I got some lyrics.
Bars. Okay, those kinds of bars. Okay, gotcha.
Yes, those type of bars. Yes.
So yeah.
How you doing? Okay, let me see. Yeah.
Good. I was listening this entire time. I just wanted to chime in when it felt right to chime in. But I want to point out one thing though, because you said we can invite 15 people to a raid now, which is true.
Yes.
However, there's still a limit for 10 remote raiders per raid. So that's really annoying. Because then even if you invite 15 people, like...
Only 10
Yeah, only 10 people can get in.
Wow, okay.
Right?
Okay.
So, like... I don't know. Something's broken there. They need to rethink that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because and if that's the case, then if you're remote rating yourself,
That too, yeah.
you can only invite 9.
Exactly.
You can only invite 9 then.
Exactly.
Or 9 can get in rather than
right.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I don't know. It feels like you're kind of messing people up, right? Like, unless they should just change it to, limit it to 15 people. If you can invite up to 15, you should limit it to 15 then instead of 10.
Right.
But,
especially with these the primal raids.
Yeah, those are tanky.
Yeah, those are tanky as heck, rough as heck. Yeah. I was just telling people about my dinner situation that happened.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure you
heard
that.
I heard that too.
Oh, okay.
Yikes. That's a lot of people to, but I get it. I'm like, oh, yeah.
It's something about their register and their system that they had.
I mean, the person on the phone probably shouldn't have told you, like, you could split it, and then, like, y'all just show up, and then you can't split it. Like,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was the issue right there. Otherwise, we would have been more prepared. I would say that because it's like no other place would seat us except for this spot. Right. It was crazy. I'm like, what the heck? Why did nobody want to see us? It's not a holiday. Like, what's going on here? But it is what it is. Silver, what's up? Then search a live stream. The glitches still works if you're nearby the gym. Maybe 50. Oh, you talking about that glitch? Okay.
Oh, interesting.
There is a glitch that still works involving. I actually did it myself.
The in-person raid pass versus the remote one.
Yes. Instead of using airplane mode, it's really tough to do, but it is doable. When you click on the raid, as soon as you click on battle, you're like, go to another app on your phone. So open up another app or whatever. And then you switch back over to your game. If you do it right, you should see your regular remote pads get used instead of your, not regular remote, your regular pads instead of your remote pads. There we go. So it took me a while, but I actually got that right.
Interesting.
So
I bet they're gonna patch that one at some point too.
Yeah, more likely they will. Especially since, who did a video on it.
Yeah, people were not happy about that, which is interesting because they like sort of blamed him, right?
Oh no, not him. I'm talking about a different person with the same first name.
Oh, are they not blaming him?
That's how I found out about
Are they not blaming him for things? That's interesting.
No, because when he put that video, it was a short, but when he put that short out, I actually did it right there and it worked.
Yeah, and they haven't patched that, which is interesting. Whereas the other person we're talking about and that glitch, they patched that like almost the same day or whatever.
Yeah, I think he did. I didn't see his video. I think he did the airplay mode version. So I know they patched that one.
Yeah.
The one I'm talking about from the other one, I don't think I don't know. They might have patched that one now, but when I did it, they didn't patch it. I don't know. So they're not mad at him, but they're mad at the other guy.
That's very interesting.
But either way, I'm like, why y'all mad at him for?
Yeah. Also, like, y'all were exploiting like a glitch in the code or whatever, like, and now you're mad that you can't exploit something anymore.
Exactly.
It's not great. It's not a great look.
Y'all mad because y'all can't cheat. I just find that funny. Somebody else said that in the chat too.
Basically.
Kaibu said that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Like,
Smarties, man. You gotta get on Twitter, man. That's where all the news is.
Twitter, Reddit.
Even
Reddit has it.
Oh yeah, Reddit. Ugh. I'm hearing the people on Reddit are not kind, though.
No, they are not. If you're a newbie, like, you're gonna get eaten alive, basically. But,
So yeah, Twitter. Even I had to drop the news on Twitter.
What news? Oh, their
everything.
News. Their news.
Yeah, their news.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you heard about the new Terra Raid boss?
Yeah, I heard you mention it.
Okay.
Cool. Exciting.
So yeah, speaking of nigga, I'm hesitant if I want to talk about this one or not.
I mean, we're both blocked by that particular person, so I don't think it matters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know you was blocked too.
Oh, that was forever ago when they made really anti-trans comments. I'm not here for that at all. Yeah, I'm not here for that. No.
I forgot what they said. I do remember.
It was bad. I remember it. I'm not gonna repeat it. I remember.
Okay. So, and this is another reason why you guys should be on Twitter. Not just so you can follow me and MrsMime100 on there, but because something interesting happened today. There was a podcast. What was the podcast called again?
Way Spotters?
Yeah, Ray Spotters. So I'm not familiar with them, to be honest. So are you? You probably more familiar with them than I am. So if you want to explain who they are and stuff like that, then knock yourself. Wait a minute. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, they're affiliated with like the Professor Pokey Network and Lord Up podcast. So it's like Ken and I forget Adam. I think is his partner's name. They do the podcast. Yeah, they're from New Jersey. I met them a couple.
I think the end guy name is Phoenix something. I forgot.
That sounds right. But anyway, they have a series like a bunch of different podcasts, and one of their newer ones is Way Spotters, who like there's other people involved in it too. But they recently had a very controversial episode.
Yes, they did.
If you want to talk about it.
So, first of all, let me get the chat up so I can see what y'all saying. You have seen those tweets, okay? You start playing Pogo and you love your content. Oh, thank you, Smarties. Appreciate it. I'm the voice of the people. I don't know about all that, but I appreciate the compliment. So, here's what happened. The Ray Spotter, what did they normally talk about? Did they just talk about Ray Finder? Normally?
I feel like they do. Yeah.
So, normally Ray Spotters talk about Ray Finder, Rare Fair, whatever it's called. But this time around, they had a special guest by the name of one Poke AK. So, and how they advertised this podcast, they said the following, special guest Poke AK. They tagged him. And then they said, what's up with the blocking? Which is a good question. And then they said, why beef with is Fleece King? They actually tagged Fleece King into their advertising tweet. And then they talk about Alaskan Rayfarer, Cole and Ray Spot of the week, and then follow Ray Spot and stuff like that. And they got ate up on Twitter with the replies because people was like, yo, why are you using Fleece King to advertise when he's not on the show? And people now was like, yo, what this beef going on? And let me read the tweet. I'm going to read the tweet because actually Fleece King responded to the advertising, unless he took it down. Did he take it? No, he's right here. Damn, I found it. So I didn't hear the podcast because I was like too busy, for one. And for two, I didn't have the desire to listen to it. Did you listen to it by any chance?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Did you listen to this podcast featuring Poke AK? Okay. So I have no clue what we'll discuss on there. But let me read to you guys what Fleece King said in his tweet. Clear my throat here. I didn't approach Poke AK. Cause let me give you guys some context real quick before I get into this tweet. So apparently this happened, quote unquote, I'm using air quotes here, at the in Vegas for the Hoenn Tour event that was in Vegas. Now I know I did see Fleece King. He was at the Mystic 7 Trainer Tips pre-party that Friday night. He had VIP just like I did. So, we were talking a little bit. This is Fleece King. I did not see him at the park at all Saturday or Sunday. Did you see Fleece King at the park?
No, I didn't.
Right, yeah, so that was weird. But yeah, I didn't see him at the park, but obviously he was in Vegas. I did see Poke AK. I didn't talk to him, but I did see him. I saw him Saturday and Sunday at the park. So they were both at the park. That's what I'm assuming here. So now let me read the tweet. So apparently, I guess I'll read the tweet and then I'll break it down what it means. And then I get your thoughts and then the chat thoughts. I didn't approach Poke AK with a group of people to be intimidating. I just happen to always be with people throughout my time in Vegas for the event. That's what you do, LOL. You hang out with friends. I actually approached him with very calmly, shook his hand, was civil, and just made generic conversation about the event. I wasn't in Vegas for drama. I was there to have a good time and was civil with everyone I came into contact with. And I know many people can vouch for that. This is very one-sided and absolutely unfair that my character is being misrepresented. I can't talk. Misrepresented, rather. Respectfully, I don't feel comfortable following a podcast that's more than happy to promote misinformation about me, use my name for promotion, and not fact check anything with me personally. Very poor form, and I simply don't appreciate it. So, okay. Makes Eileen, thanks for the live stream. So you didn't see Fleece at the park on Saturday. Okay.
Oh.
So, what I gathered from this tweet, because again, I did not hear the podcast. Mrs. Mine didn't hear the podcast. But what I gathered from the tweet was, on the podcast, Poke AK apparently saw Fleece and his entourage, quote unquote, and felt threatened or intimidated because Fleece came up to him trying to boss up with his crew and was being like rude and nasty, stuff like that, which apparently did not happen. So, Mrs. Mine, what's your thoughts about this whole situation?
Let's see what to say. I mean, honestly, the way the podcast was done, I don't think was well done. I mean, granted, I did not listen to it, but the way that it's being presented was very one-sided. If, they wanted to have if they wanted to have Fleece King, tell his side of the story, they probably should have done that before they released this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. It's also just like what a weird thing to give a platform to. Like, I don't know why we need to be given platforms for people having beefs with each other. I don't think that's necessary. Or helping like, promote the game or them as content creators at all in a positive way. I don't know. What do you think, Drew?
Real talk, this podcast shouldn't have happened, for starters. Again, like I said, this is my first time hearing about raid spotters, to be honest. So, what was presented to me is that they focus on Raidfarer. So, they want to do like a podcast episode about how Raidfarer works in Alaska.
I think they talk
because Poke AK.
So they talk mostly about like the AR, stuff that like Niantic does, basically. Like they do talk about Wayfarer and stuff like that, but like I think they cover more than just Pokemon Go is sort of where they lean, if that makes sense, in terms of like gaming and like AR stuff. So
if they want to do that from a perspective of somebody who lives in Alaska, because Poke AK do live in Alaska, and it's I never been, but I can only imagine that's like a unique area, to be honest.
That's a totally
Alaska
location, yeah.
So I can understand they want to do a podcast and have Poke AK on the show to talk about that. If they would have left it at that, and that's it, and of course asking what's up with all the blocking, that'd be fine. I would have no problem with it. I still wouldn't listen to it because I would not have known about it. But that would have been fine. But the fact that they brought in the whole beef with Fleece King, and whether they tag, well, first of all, like even if they didn't tag him, that would still be bad. But the fact that they tagged him, that was still bad. I'm like, why? Why are they bringing that up? So that shouldn't have been brought up. This episode should not have been done with that theme in mind. So that's my opinion on it. What I want to do though, wait, first off, it sound like a bunch of toxicity going on in the Pokemon Go community recently. Yeah, like throughout the month. That's kind of what's been going on, to be honest.
But that's also true of that particular individual in general. Who likes to block people for some reason.
So I'm looking at the reply, and one of them said like they would love to hear Fleece King's side. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen.
At this point, I don't think so. I mean, he might do it anyway, but like, I don't know. It kind of is like the damage is already done, right? Like that one podcast is out, that episode is out. Like if people don't listen to the second episode, then they're not going to hear the second side of the story, right?
Well, depends on like who they believe. Like if they believe AK,
exactly.
they're not going to
so
listen to it.
It's very like, it is very one-sided in the way that it's been presented. Right. So like that's kind of unfortunate.
But on the other hand, like if you were to see the replies of that advertising, like that podcast got ate up. Like so they would listen to it just to hear Fleece King's side, because they obviously support Fleece King.
But
yo, LaShawn, what's up, man? Thanks for the live stream. But yeah, let me see. Which comment I want to read here? Oh, here we go. Matter of fact, Wolfpack Pogo. Why would he want to go on and try to defend himself where you didn't take the time to vet the comment? VET, okay. Piss poor journalism, if you can't even call it that. Do better. And then somebody, the race pilot said, did you personally listen to the show? And that dude said, unfortunately, I did. I was laughing when I saw that one.
Yeah, I did.
Right. It's a guy trying to stay relevant and making excuses for being a donkey, but that's not the point. The point is smearing someone's name before trying to get both sides. But why do that when you can just make another podcast pushing the narrative? So there's that too.
I don't know. I'm kind of over it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not great. Just like all over situations, just not great. And
yeah. So
it keeps promoting the negativity within the community, which is not positive at all or helpful.
Yeah. In case y'all wondering why he blocked me, all I did was unfollow him on Twitter.
Is that why he blocked you?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. That was it. That's all I did. I didn't say a word to him, anything. He just blocked me on Twitter. And then, of course, I saw him in person in Vegas. At first time, I was like, was that him? And then the second time, I saw him, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's him. And I just, kept my distance. I'm like, nah, I ain't trying to go over there with that. So, Chad, what y'all think? Chad, what y'all think? What y'all thinking process on this whole situation here? And while we're waiting on response from Chad, did you hear about my, you saw the tweet about me and cornbread?
Oh, man. Yeah. Are we going to have this argument now? I'm going to take my earrings out and
Oh, my God.
I love cornbread, sir. How dare you smear cornbread's name? How dare you?
See, now, everybody attacking me on Twitter for that, too.
Okay, I did not attack you on Twitter, but I attacked you in DMs. How dare you?
Attack me in the DMs, yeah. Take you back 7 years. Everything was much more simple back then.
Right. Everybody was chasing the Vaporeon in Central Park, being like, "Wow, look how cool that is."
What has it been 7 years?
2016.
Yeah, it has been 7 years. Yeah. Wow. Look, take me back to 5 years, to be honest.
5 years.
Or 6 years.
Nah.
Cause at that point, I discovered the Inner Circle. I found out about Dillborn, and we've been doing a bunch of raids, having raid parties and stuff.
That's cool.
People would bring up pizza to the raid parties.
That's fun. Actually that reminds me of my local community. I didn't find them until 2017, 2018 either.
See?
And then that's when it was we have a really robust Discord and stuff, and people are really genuinely care about each other, even if people don't even live in the area anymore. It's kind of dope. It's not the same anymore though, because a lot of people did move on, so they're not as committed to the game or even getting together or whatever. I get it, but
yeah, I had to put that on part of that on COVID.
Yeah, oh definitely. But also people also have lives outside of the game, and that's
yeah,
that's okay.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So it's...
Silver, what's up, man? Thanks for showing up to the live stream. All right, so look like the chat are too afraid to talk about the podcast situation. Let me see.
Or they don't care either. That's okay.
R.I.P. to Keith. He was a big part of your local community. Great guy. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. R.I.P. to Keith. Speaking of which, that did happen this month too. I think his name is True Magician.
Oh, yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah, that happened this month too. R.I.P. to True Magician. So for those of you who don't know who that is, obviously shout out to our friend the cruise ship. He live stream on Twitch and drop videos on YouTube occasionally. He's currently in Boston for PAX East.
No, I think
he had a viewer.
Already, yeah.
Oh, he might have left then. Okay, well, I know today was the last day, but I'm gonna be shocked. I think most people leave on Sundays for all these types of events. So anywho, he had a regular viewer by the name of True Magician that would show up all the time, and he passed due to a house fire.
Yeah, it was really tragic.
Yeah, and he was also in the news for it. It was crazy. So I remember Tom did a stream dedicated to him. So
yeah, he was he was a big supporter, and he loved Tom's content. He would stop by my streams every once in a while too, and I'm like, oh, he was a really kind person, you just know when people are genuinely mean well and things like that, and he was one of those people. It's pretty sad.
Yeah,
it's pretty sad.
I agree. Yep, I agree. Ooh, I need to look into this backpack. Okay. So let me find my OBS so we can move on to the next topic. Yeah, exactly. Raul R.I.P. He come through and saved the day in multiple raids. Okay. Yeah, that's tragic. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. Alright. Let's move on. You know, trying to sound as positive as possible. Now, the Team Go Rocket Grunts are giving out shiny shadow Pokemon now. I have to say, it's about time. It's about freaking time.
Yes.
So, what are your thoughts about that? About the Grunts giving out shiny shadows?
Is it all of them, though? Because I think only some of them have been reported, right?
I want to say it's all of them. It should be all of them. I don't see why it can't be all of them. The only exception is if they... Okay, actually, I can think of one exception. Because I've been running across this a lot this weekend. I will battle a Grunt that will use Rock-type Pokemon. And the second Pokemon they always use were Grappler. So when it comes time for me to capture the Pokemon, it would be a Shadow Grappler. Now, as you all know, unless it's a Mega, anything, or like a special case or whatever, anything evolved cannot be a shiny. So that would be like that exception, something like that. I can see that.
That's annoying.
Kai would say that's great news. Yeah, I agree. Give you something for 5,900.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if you don't have that diamond badge, you have no excuse to not get it. I forgot what that badge is called. Let me see.
The grunt one?
Yeah, there's a grunt one. I got it. Oh, it's right here. Hero. Defeat 2,000 Team Go Rocket members.
2,000.
So I think that's also include the leaders too, and Giovanni. So I'm almost at 4,000. It's almost double that.
Let me look.
So I'm at 3,928.
Hero badge.
I heard that it's only Shadow Shiny that came out before
previous
team leaders.
They have 3,500. Yeah, we're good.
I don't think I was informed of that. I think it was just like but they didn't specify which ones.
That would make sense because from the ones that have been reported, like that's what it looks like. So like we're not getting like shiny Fampy right now. Like that's not a thing.
Right.
Even though Fampy is like one of the ones. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was kind of looking for that.
I know. I was thinking about that too. I'm like, that would be so cool, but I don't think it's there. You
don't have anything to fight them unless you needed to. I just wanted to get as many platinum medals as I can, probably because of a end of a year goal that I set for myself. Like I want 50. Oh, probably because also because of the whole level 50 fiasco. You have to get a certain number to get level 50. So if y'all not level 50, y'all need to get them badges. This is the one right here. 2 birds with 1 stone. That's what y'all be doing, looking for shiny shadows as well. Oh, so how many do you have?
Me?
Yes.
Shiny.
With your hero
3,500.
Oh, okay. So you got the platinum.
Yeah, I'm platinum. So we're not bad.
And you got 400 less than me. Nice.
Okay.
So let's see. You don't have any fight them unless okay. Chat, any more thoughts about the whole Team Go Rocket Grunt situation? Giving out Shiny Shadow Pokemon. Apparently, it's Shiny Shadow Pokemon that's been in the game already. That's the report.
So I wonder if this is going to be like a Niantic thing where they're like, look, for the new event, you're going to get this new Shiny Shadow thing, and it's going to be like part of like a release thing, like they would do for regular Shinies, right? So like, here's another form of something that you can get.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
But maybe.
I kind of hope not, because if it's something that can be shiny already, it should just be shiny. But that's just me.
Okay. Let me get out this badge. There should be another. Oh yeah, the purification one.
Oh, I'm still working on
it. I'm at 1,000.
Yeah.
I'm at 1,019.
1,019. Wait a minute. Let me see.
Well, the platinum is 1,000, so I only went 19 over.
Dang.
I don't purify enough for.
Well, I definitely don't purify because I'm still working on that badge and I'm at 582.
Don't let Japan lover hear you say that. She would get on you about that.
I'm trying. Like whenever there's a 1,000 one, that's when I purify it now, like automatically, no matter what.
Yeah, because it was funny because I was like, man, I ain't doing that. And the Japan lover like, you better do it. They need to be purified and stuff like that.
I mean, getting to platinum medal, I think it's my goal ultimately.
Right. Yeah. Once I did that, it's like, yeah, I'm done. And then I would purify them unless I have to.
Yeah, maybe. There's very few Pokemon that you actually have to purify though, for like
Right.
meta purposes.
Right. Like, yeah, there's some I do just because I'm like, ooh, if I purify, I would have a hundo.
Yeah, that's a good reason. If you do PvP Sableye, if you purify it, it's useful because of return.
Yeah, a lot of them return. Yeah, return's a good move as a whole.
Yeah, surprisingly, you wouldn't think that, but I guess we're like, oh yeah, it's actually good because it's a normal type move.
Right. Chat, any more thoughts about the grunts before we move on to the next topic? Oh, I can't wait for this topic. I cannot wait. Are you watching the stream or no?
I got it open.
Okay. Yeah, I can't wait for this next topic. Because I got mixed feelings about it.
Interesting.
Because I got questions that I need answered.
Interesting. Okay.
As a matter of fact, let's get to it right now. And that would be the ongoing Let's Go event. So here's my thing. I've been capturing all these Pokemon that could transform into Ditto. Now, I could care like let me show y'all chat. Let me show y'all this real quick. I could care less if I get a shiny Ditto or not. I really could care less. I mean, look at this crap. I got 5 already.
Jeez.
Is one of them new? No, none of them's new. I got 5 shiny Dittos already, so I could care less. What that say? So you got the new Shadow Wedge Ice with 13, 13, 14 stats. What would you do? Oh!
I say
so if you purify it,
it would be a hundo.
It would be a hundo. Yeah.
I say keep it Shadow though, because they're gonna drop Regice and raids again sometime in the future, and you can get a hundo that way.
I mean, there's that. The problem is, it's not useful for anything.
That's true too. I mean, might as well keep it as a trophy as a Shadow Regice then, with the 3-star stats, right?
Yeah, cause that's like a what is that? I think that's a 91. No, that's 89.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
still
89.
3 stars. 3 stars. Really
yeah,
good.
It's still 3 stars. No, I'm saying 89 is not bad for a Shadow.
Yeah.
But I'm like LaShawn, I would probably say keep it as is.
Yeah.
Because where there's a hundo, where there's a Shadow, it's useless. So I would say,
I guess,
keep it as is. And if you really want a hundo Ice Reggie, try doing the MrsMime method, and that's try to get it from raids.
Yeah.
I have no desire to get a Shadow Reggie Ice or Ice Reggie, how you pronounce that crap?
I want one.
I have no desire to get it. So that's my thoughts on that. But yeah, I got 5 shiny Dittos, so I don't care about the shiny Dittos. But I noticed something when I checked these. Not a single one of these will be shiny for me.
I haven't gotten shiny either.
Cause the main one I want is another Corphish. Now I have seen on Twitter somebody did get a shiny Corphish from this event.
Oh wait, are you talking about the regular? You're not talking about anything but Ditto is what you're talking about.
Right, yeah. All the Pokemon that can transform to Ditto. So the featured Pokemon that are part of the Let's Go event, most of them can transform into Ditto. Those are the ones I'm talking about. I have not seen those shiny.
I've gotten a few of them actually. Let's see. So.
And then I've seen some on Twitter too. I've seen somebody get a shiny Corphish.
Oh.
And I've seen somebody get the shiny bird. What is that bird called?
Starly?
It's not on my screen there.
Starly or Natu?
Not Natu. What's the first one
Starly.
you said? Starly, yes.
I just got one of those today.
Okay.
At the beginning of the event, I got a shiny Natu and a shiny Litleo also. So.
Oh, he tried to stack the radars. Maybe
so I got 3.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Now, so that one I'm not really concerned about because I don't get them, whatever. But I did notice something, and I want to talk to. I need to bring this up to Niantic too. If you encounter one of those Pokemon that could be shiny, or could be a Ditto, or possibly both. If you encounter a tiny version or a huge version, apparently those cannot be Ditto.
Oh,
I have no clue.
Interesting.
Cause I'm like, is that the case? Like, have anybody like, for example, if you were to encounter a Starly and it comes out to be a tiny Starly, and you catch it, Did you ever see it transform into a Ditto right there in the spot or no? And my experience is no.
I don't think so.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna bring that up to Niantic to see if that's the case.
No.
Training Spooky, what's up? They saw your live stream.
Hey, what's up? So no extra small or extra large or extra small, extra large Dittos then? Is that what?
Oh, that's a good point too. I don't know. That's a good point as well. I don't know.
I guess I don't have the badge for it. I don't know how you can sell for that. I don't know.
Any of my shinies? Well, I got an extra small shiny.
Oh.
But that was a long time ago. But the little graphic thing don't pop up at the bottom.
Hmm.
Okay, so LaShawn, let's backtrack real quick. LaShawn, what did you do? Did you do?
Oh, interesting.
Because he said he tried to stack the radars, but he went too far in the research.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm assuming you went past the first page.
Probably.
So he probably caught a Shadow Registeel instead of trying to capture 2 Ice Regis. That's what I'm assuming happened. Is that what happened, LaShawn? That's what happened with you? Oh, okay. Hold on. Here we go. Kairu says they encountered a double XL Grimer that did transform into a double XL Ditto.
So it is real.
Right. Okay, so it is real. Okay. I was wondering about that. Now, I'm trying to think. Well, you know what? Whatever. I'll give y'all a spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
So, I only caught 4 shinies during this event.
Only 4?
Yeah, only 4.
Which ones?
So, this one y'all saw in my last video. No, not the last video. The video wait, is it the last video? No, yeah, it was the last video. I forgot my videos. What was my last video? I completed Monday's video late last night. So that's why I'm confused now. I'm like, wait a minute. And I was spending a lot of time on it. So that's why I'm like, what's my last video? Okay, it's the video before last. Because my last video, I was looking for Rifey, and she would not appear before me. I don't know what's up with that. I guess I need to get her a bed or something. I don't know. She was being stubborn. I don't know.
Okay.
But anywho, video before last, I did get this shiny Melton out of the box. So that's another reason why I haven't been using my Melton box as of late. I'll be honest. And then I got a shiny Trubbish, which would be on tomorrow's video. So spoiler alert. And then, was this yesterday? Yes, this was last night. I was live streaming. Matter of fact, this was my last night live stream. I got a shiny Pansage from the house.
Pansage?
And I wanted another one of these. So that's one of the main ones I wanted. And I evolved my other one that I got from GoFest Seattle. Nice. Yeah. And then today I got a shiny Panpour where I was out looking for Kecleons. By the way, I found none today, by the way. And I was in downtown Detroit where there was a bunch of Pokestops before I went to dinner. So let's see. Oh, so wait a minute. So you didn't catch the Registeel at all. What'd you do? You dropped your Melton box and 2 of them turned into Ditto. So how the... What? A Melton turned into Ditto? 2 of them. What?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So wait a minute. If you didn't catch your Registeel, what did you get?
You must have got
what did you get?
Reggie Ice.
Either that or was the Pokemon before Registeel? I should have that one. Let me see. Shadow.
Remember?
And Legendary?
Was it Mewtwo? It was Mewtwo.
It might have been Mewtwo.
We were in Long Beach during that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was November. Dang it! Oh, it was that long. So, LaShawn, did you get another Mewtwo or did you get 2 Ice Regis? Oh, that's my Facebook.
Facebook.
So yeah, that's my question. So while we wait for that answer, Mrs. Mime, how assuming it's not a part of a future video and you don't want to spoil anything, how is your Let's Go event so far?
I would say it's pretty lackluster. I haven't tried, if I'm totally honest. I'm very casual when it comes to events that I'm not like super interested in, which this one includes. The Team Go Rocket Grunts, I'm like, yeah, I could take them or leave them. No. My main goal is to finish that purification badge, which, is fine. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I got like 3 shinies during the event, which I'm kind of like, okay. Litleo is new for me, so I guess that's kind of cool. But everything else, I'm like, yeah, all right. And I keep
Oh, I got a beef with
I
that.
keep forgetting to run Meltan boxes, so I guess there's that too.
Yeah, that's another thing. I keep forgetting to do that too. Keep forgetting to do the coin bags too.
Yeah, that too. That one's more of a because you have to like actually get the Switch out for that. Whereas like with the
Yeah.
Meltdown box, you can just send it to home and not really think about it.
Right. Yeah, it's easier.
Yeah.
And like in some cases, me getting a coin bag, it would like be faulty at times
Oh,
on certain
oh
days.
no.
Whatever. It's weird.
Yikes.
Like some days it wouldn't work, and then the next day it'll work. I'm like, okay,
Oh,
whatever.
interesting.
So I still got a golden lure that I'm not using
Hmm.
yet. I need to see what Indiana gonna be looking like this weekend.
Ooh, that'll be cool.
Yeah. Okay, so you go tag me on Twitter to show the Dittos, and you think you got 2 Mewtwo's? Well, that's good. That's better than I'll be honest, that's better than Shadow Registeel.
Nice.
Since Shadow Mewtwo is like
It's great.
the best attacker in the game. Yeah. If it's not the best, then it's one of them.
Definitely.
But you did say something interesting. I will be honest.
What's that?
Like you were acting very casual with this
Yeah.
event. Like there was no new shinies introduced. I understand that. So I was kind of like half trying to a degree. Oh, you did tag me? Okay, I look for it. To a degree. I had gone out looking for the shiny Pan Sage and the shiny Corphish. Because those are the ones that I really, really wanted.
Okay.
And luckily I got one of them, so
That's true.
I'm kind of satisfied. It's kind of.
I
want the Corphish.
I'm still missing Pansage as a shiny. I have all the other ones, but I'm also like, yeah, nah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So he did get a He did get a Ditto in the middle of his Melton boxes. 2 of them actually.
The Meltan turned into a Ditto?
Yeah.
That is very strange. I don't think it's supposed to do that.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to do that either. I wish when you capture a Ditto, it'll tell you like what did they transform out of or something like that. Oh, let me see. Let me see something about Melton. There's my shiny. Oh, he's in a gym. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's check this one. Yeah, it don't say whether it came out of Melton. I was hoping it would say it came out of Melton box.
Oh, let me.
And I could be like, oh, where did that Ditto come from?
Yeah, no, it just says caught in the wild, right? Weird.
Oh, what happened? What's going on here? Okay. So chat, hey, Missing Go, what's up? Thanks for the live stream. Chat, how was your Let's Go event been? Like, do you like it? Was it mad? Did you not like it? Did you get the shinies that you wanted? And all that jazz? Like, I want to hear from you guys, chat. How has been the Let's Go event for you guys? And where's the...
It ends on Wednesday morning, right?
Wednesday, yes. I think it's 8 p.m. Yes, it's 8
Oh,
p.m.
8 p.m. Okay. So 8 p.m.
So yes,
on
Wednesday. Wednesday, yes. Wednesday, 8 p.m. That's when it ends, yes. So let's see. Just to recap everybody in terms of what are the wild spawns. You got the Diglett, Grimer, Snubble, Corphish, Starly, Rogen Roller, Tempo, how you pronounce that crap?
Yeah.
Tempo. Litleo, I got beef with that thing. And all of those Pokemon that I named could be a Ditto, and it could be a shiny Ditto as well. And then, of course, you got the Pan Monkeys, Pan Sage, Pan Poor, Panseer, Trubbish, Galarian Stunfisk. All those can be shiny, everything that I named, including the Ditto, obviously. And then there's Gumi.
Oh, yeah, Gumi.
Which cannot be shiny. Yeah,
Gumi.
So there's that. I have done no raids at all. I've been...
Yeah, I haven't done...
Not been... Yeah.
Nope. My coins have been stacking, which makes me really happy, but I'm also like, okay, can I actually do a raid? Or is there there's nothing interesting to raid, though. So, like...
So, yeah. At the moment, it's that... One of those Wind legendary Pokemons. I don't know which one this is. Let me see. I have the shiny.
Thunderous.
Is it Thunderous? Oh, it is Thunderous. So, it's not... It's one of those forms, though.
Yes. The flying form,
so let's see. Missing Go barely played. Yes, I like the event a lot, but did not get any shinies you wanted. No Ditto and no Pansage, Panspear, etc. Okay. Keep trying. You have till Wednesday. 8 p.m. to get those shinies.
Mhm.
Hey, Silver says good event to take a break. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I like events. Yeah, exactly. I like events where I'd be like, oop, I'm taking a break.
Yes.
I love those. I'll be honest, I love those. Like people be complaining like, oh man, there's nothing lax about this event. I'm like, so you want 27 straight weeks of good events?
You want to spend money 27 days.
Right. Well, 27 weeks.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, exactly. That's too much.
I'm like, bruh, take a break. Like, give us a crappy event for the newbies. You know, like, let them have the fun. I'm just going to take a siesta.
Yeah, siesta,
like,
exactly.
Relax. So, like, that's why I begin on people. Like, yo, just chill. Save your money. Save your energy. Just relax. Play Scarlet Violet. Play something else that's not NBA 2K. Yeah, play Unite. Play something else except for NBA 2K.
Okay.
Okay, y'all talking about Niantic being greedy, which is not true. Oh, God, y'all ain't seen greedy with these video games. Psh. What did Amazing Eileen say? Not too bad. Got Shiny Panpour, Starly, Galarian Stunfisk, which is a good shiny, more or less, and Snubble, but Hundo Panpour. Oh, yeah, and Hundo Pansage. I did get a Hundo from a field research.
Oh, really?
The red monkey. Yes, the Panseal. I did get a Hundo. Nice. He said, sure. So, yeah, I'm like, oh, I got a Hundo. I didn't get the well, I already had both the shinies, so I ain't concerned about that. But the Hundo, though, I'm like, okay, that's a nice consolation prize. You wish to burn raid. Why you wish to burn raid passes? Well, I think he mean the regular. He has to mean the regular, which I can.
You can still do raids if you want to. It's just like, are you gonna do them for anything interesting? Not really.
Right. You have to raid to Lugia, maybe, or
Lugia, is Lugia coming back?
March 28th.
Oh man. I guess more.
Well, I'm still not going to.
More of a break for me.
I'm good. Right. Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, like, you need Mega Venusaur energy, then knock yourself out right now.
Speaking of which.
And after that, it's going to be Mega Alakazam. So if you need that.
Don't need that either.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, I can see, because I got 86 premium battle passes myself.
86? Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how many Mystico had. He probably got more than me knowing him, but yeah.
Yo, I did my taxes yesterday, and I, like, looked at how much I spent in Pogo, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna take a break.
I need to, add my Pogo spendings into my taxes.
Yep.
I added my travel, but not my Pogo spending.
Oh, I did that too.
Do that this year.
Which I was thankful to do, but, like...
Right.
Didn't make much of a difference, let's put it that way. Anyway.
Yeah, Mystico said he'll raid whatever. Kai would say he's hyped for Lugia.
You need the shiny? There you go. Okay. See, that's good.
Yeah, see? So, if you need the shiny, go do the shiny. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm taking a siesta from raids.
Totally.
So, yeah, no harm in that whatsoever. You don't have many passes? Me just say you want to burn passes. Now you say you don't have many. Man, which one is it, Mystico?
Like 100?
Right. What's not many? Yeah, knowing him, he probably trolling. That's a good point. Yeah.
Rookie numbers?
So.
What do you mean, rookie numbers? Oh, yeah. Me, like how much I spent in the game? Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it was still, like, a jarring amount that I was like, oh, I probably should not be doing that. Because I could, like... I could use that money to, like, feed myself, maybe, instead, or, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Even though you'd be taking, your receipts from restaurants and add them in your taxes, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but it's not a lot. Like, because I don't go out to eat with y'all that much.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know you said go do that one in Long Beach.
I did do that, actually, I think. I think that was on my list. But again, it, like, did not make that much of a difference, so, like...
You have 29. They'll be going by Wednesday.
Oh,
what? See, what are you doing?
29. Let me see how many I have right now.
I have 86.
Let's see.
Carly, what's up? They should to the live stream.
34. I actually have more than Masingo right now. There you go.
Wow, that's a shocker.
They stack up from research, though. That's the thing. Is like, and I don't use them that frequently.
That is true. You feed yourself raids. I'm never gonna ask how you do that.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
Yeah. Okay. Where's my thing? Okay. This is interesting. Let's move on now to Slowpoke Community Day. So that was March the 18th. That was 8 days ago.
Yep.
And that was interesting because they changed the let me find their Slowpoke real quick. They changed the requirement on this day only. So
Change the requirement.
yeah.
Oh, the walking with your buddy or whatever.
Well, the habit your buddy.
Yeah.
So
Or catching.
originally, yeah. So originally for the Galarian Slowpoke, you either have to catch 30 poison type to evolve it to a Galarian Slowbro, or catch 30 Psychic types to evolve into a Galarian Slowking. But on this day, you had to catch, I think it was just catch 30 Psychic types, or basically catch 30 Slowpokes, whatever. So that was unique in its own way.
Good.
Yeah. So how was your Slowpoke community today, Mrs. Mime?
The video is up on my YouTube channel if you all want to check it out. It was very low key, and I took my time because Slowpoke is not a very interesting Pokemon in my opinion, and it's not particularly meta relevant. So I caught a few shinies. I enjoyed my lunch. I met up with like the New York group that like hosts like a community day meetup, and yeah, that was kind of it. Oh, and we did Gimmighoul's the lures and stuff. That was cool.
Oh, so let me see. It's Psychic and Water type. Well, there's much better Water type in terms of Omega. There's a much better Psychic type in terms of a Mega as well.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, like, if you're trying to catch something that's like Water and Psychic, this would be the way to go. But outside of that, not really. Yeah, I can understand. Slowpoke and that entire family.
Wait,
not
you got
being useful.
51?
51. What are we talking about?
I'm looking at your the stream right now. That's how many you caught? Shinies? Oh, some of them are old. Never mind.
Yeah, so some of these were old. Well, I had 2. Was it 2? Yeah, I had 2 shinies prior to that. So I had a shiny Slowbro and a shiny Slowking, and I needed a regular Slowbro for the family. And of course, some of these are not even shiny, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So if I were to do shinies, it would be like, I think I caught 31 that day.
Still a lot.
33 total. Yeah. And some of them was after community day hours because of the whole do the raid, you get more to spawn fiasco. And I was at another Golden Lure party. So there was that.
You know, yeah. So to go back to like the point was when I like took it really slow and whatever, is like I didn't really start playing until like the last hour. So like most of my shinies were actually caught like after 5 o'clock when it was just like the raid spawns. So yeah, I like that feature. It's good.
Yeah, that feature's good. Carly, what do you mean you didn't catch any? You didn't catch any what? Shiny Slowpokes? Carly, what are you doing?
Did you forget about community day? Like trainer tips.
Right, like Nick trainer tips. Yeah. You hit 42 and skip the after raids. Okay.
42.
Yeah, go to the party first. So I tried to host my own Golden Lure party. It didn't go so well because there was only 2 of us that put up Golden Lures.
Oh, no. Did you bring
everybody
switches?
Else was putting up crap.
Did you put up switches? For,
and that's another problem. I brought my Switch, and remember I said where it was acting funky, where I couldn't get another coin back. It was doing that there. So there was that. So yeah, that was an issue. But and then another community like 20 minutes from where I was at, they were having a Golden Lure party. So I went down there immediately after Calm Day ended, and they had it lured. They was at a big party. It was lured up like crazy. So naturally, I got my 1,000.
Nice.
I involved my Gimmighoul, and that's in my video as well, by the way.
Nice.
But yeah, and then they was also doing a raid down there, so I got some more as well.
Yes.
Oh, see, she forgot. She's like a training. Well, no, I ain't gonna say she's like a training tips. He thought it was on that Sunday.
Right.
That was his thing. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you?
I can see that though being a thing, because I would do something like that.
So let's see. Missy gonna say we got 14 Golden Lures down in our loop, but we had late lures, so we cannot add anymore. So you cannot add anymore.
Because they would block the stop from you being able to put down a golden lure.
Either that, or somebody else put down something else that's not a golden lure.
Right, that's what I mean. Like it would block the stop from being able to get a golden lure. It was interesting because that day I had 2 golden lures that day. So I had one from before. I put that one down, then I got my Switch out, and I transferred the thing so that I could get another one. And I put that down almost at the same time. So I had 2 Golden Wars going at the same time.
Right. Oh, we got Ditto right here. Let's see if it's shiny. Nope, it's not shiny. Chat, how many shiny Slowpokes did you get? We had 17, 18 available. Okay.
Nice.
You had family fun to do that thing. Okay. I mean, you still could have got on your phone and be like, oh, that's a Slowpoke. Oh, it's shiny. Although you had to catch like 6 of them.
Or have like a Go Plus.
3 regular and 3 Galarian. So, yeah. Yeah, got the Gold Plus. Ooh, that reminds me. Was that device introduced this month or February?
February, I think.
Oh, okay.
That was announced during the Pokemon
Day, right?
Day, yeah.
Yeah, that's in February?
I think so, right. It was before Mario Day.
Okay, Mario, yeah, that's
Which was the 10th of March, so it was definitely somewhere before that.
Okay, yeah, I think it was in February. Put the Go Plus
yeah,
on.
Go Plus Plus. Did you pre-order yours?
Yeah, I pre-ordered mine, and I'm gonna get a second one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. Must be nice.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. Still around till it's out. Yeah, it comes out in July.
Yeah. So maybe in time for a Go Fest, though.
Which one?
I don't know. One of them.
Hopefully for at least before 2 of them.
Hopefully before 2 of them, but I would put my money down on before the US one at least.
Right, the US one and the Japanese one.
Yes, Japanese one too. Yeah.
So yeah.
He ordered a few.
Oh, he pre-ordered a few. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me see. These are bland. We're gonna transfer it. Oh, there's a fire monkey. I need to check that. See, that's shiny. Boom! Great throw. Where am I coming to NYC? Well, like, if the rumors about Gold Fest being in New York is true, then obviously I would be going. Now, if the rumors are not true, then that would be an interesting conversation. Cause like, New York have already been on my bucket list. That's not shiny. So at some point, I am going to go to New York. I just don't know when. It won't be before August. I know that. If it's not,
Go Fest is not in New York.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I know for a fact it won't be before August. So
that's fair.
Yeah, but you have friends that pre-order were done in their country. Oh, okay. Okay. What were we on? We were talking about Slowpoke Community today. Since we're gonna, this is an interesting topic. Where we on time? Okay, yeah, let's put for these real quick. This is an interesting topic. So, back on March where's that thing? 11th, which was a Sunday. No, a Saturday, my mistake. We had Elite Raids. And in my opinion, it was a total failure. So, like, they had this timer when you completed the raid, but nothing happened. Like, no Pokemon spawn or open. And I even talked about it. It was like, well, with Hoopla, that's his special ability. Like, he bring Pokemon out. So, okay, that made sense for Hoopla. But not for the Reggie Drago thing.
Yeah. So, I see. Okay. They probably could have made that clearer then.
Yeah. They just had this timer there for no reason.
The timer shouldn't have been there.
So, right. Yeah, the timer should have been gone.
You gotta be in Japan.
There were connection issues. Yeah, I saw that. There was connection issues. Oh, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Especially that 11 o'clock one.
Yeah, I heard that was terrible. I didn't. This was another one of those events where I was like, I did not wake up in time to be early enough. And it was fine. It worked out in my favor. No.
So, what happened was,
shit.
You couldn't get into the game. And if you could get into the game, you couldn't get into the gym. What you had to do was you had to go to a Pokestop. Whether you're spending or not, don't matter. You go to a Pokestop. You get out of the Pokestop. Then you get into that gym for that raid. And that's how you was able to do it. It was so stupid. So, yeah. The timer was a mistake. I agree. So, yeah, that to me was a total failure. And then I heard that it was bad in New Zealand.
Oh yeah.
On two separate occasions.
Yeah, those poor.
So there's supposed to be a makeup. and we haven't heard anything about a makeup.
Yeah, they
so
haven't. Which I saw some people salty about, and I'm like, well, they need to like plan it and like make it happen, right? So that's gonna take some time. So
yeah, that's gonna take some time. Square, what's up? Thanks for the live stream. Oh, Square, I'm glad you're here because you can chime in on a future topic in a few short minutes. So I want to talk about what Trainer Spooky just said. He would be in Japan for his birthday, which is August the 5th. Cool. So here's the thing, and I'm salty about that date. Me personally.
Because your birthday is right around that too.
No, that's not the reason.
Okay.
So, Trainer Spooky, I'm not sure you're a wrestling fan.
Right.
But August 5th is SummerSlam.
Right.
SummerSlam is happening here in my city. Detroit, Michigan. And Go Fest Japan might be that same weekend.
Yeah, probably.
So instead of me being at SummerSlam, guess where I might be instead? In Japan.
I mean, you don't have to be in Japan, but
no, I have to be in Japan. That's happening.
You don't have.
Now, what I'm hoping happens is Go Fest happens the weekend after Worlds, which is also my birthday. That would give me an excuse to celebrate my birthday in Japan. I would love for that to happen. Yeah. That would be beautiful.
Although we've heard from Japan Lover that it is the week after Worlds is like Japanese Thanksgiving, basically. So it's probably not likely that they will hold GoFest during that time.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. I didn't know they celebrate Thanksgiving.
It's named something else, but it's like comparable to Thanksgiving, basically.
I don't know. It's iffy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, they don't care about the wrestling. But they don't care about a lot of stuff.
It's just not care about wrestling.
Got 8 elite raids done in 30 minutes. I think I heard you say that somewhere else. Oh, okay. Oh, that was 2 hours ago. Let's see. Okay. I'm reading an interesting tweet. Okay, interesting. I ain't gonna get into that one. Okay. But yeah, elite raids. Dang, I almost got the hiccups there. So yeah, I saw your video. Yeah, you didn't do the 11 o'clock one, and I know you just said that like 5 minutes ago.
Did not. Correct.
So how was your elite raid experience? How did that go for you?
It was fine. The only thing that was kind of weird was like the 5 o'clock, like they didn't have 5 o'clock raids. Like there was only one in New York, and it was on like a place that was almost inaccessible, basically.
Oh, you know what?
So I wonder if they did that on purpose, where they like funneled it so that most of them were in the beginning, and then less of them were at 2 o'clock, and then even less at 5. Oh,
if memory serves me correctly, so what happened was I was at my usual spot for the 11 o'clock one. And then I purposely missed the 2 o'clock.
Oh, interesting.
Because I was tired and I took a nap.
Okay.
I was tired. But I went to another spot for a Golden Lure party, my first ever Golden Lure party. That was at 3 o'clock. And I stayed there because originally we were supposed to go hooping. Me and my boys, my day one bros. We were supposed to go play basketball at a gym near this park. So it made sense for me to go down there for the Golden Lure party, do another elite raid session, whatever, and then leave the park, drive like 3 minutes to the gym and play basketball. Well, basketball got canceled because 2 people called off, so there was that. But I think at that 5 o'clock one, I only seen one raid pop off.
Yeah.
Down there, which was also weird.
I mean, I imagine they did that on purpose, like to try to get more people funneled into the earlier ones, but then like they didn't anticipate obviously having the technical errors in the beginning of the day, so like.
Right.
It kind of stunk. It kind of stunk.
Yeah. Let me catch up on chat. I just saw something very interesting. Well, let me see. That's lit. Have fun, spooky. Oh yeah, he's talking about Japan. That's not wrestling. I watched SummerSlam all the time when I was in Puerto Rico every summer as a boy.
Nice.
Was definitely a fun. What? Fun? I don't know what you're trying to say there. Missing on the 11 o'clock and 2 p.m. 8 raids and 2 raids. So I think he did 8 and 11 and 2 at 2, which is funny. So check this out. Hector, first of all, shout out to you. Thank you for showing up to the live stream. Hector says they should just get rid of the elite raids and just bring back EX raids to bring back up Pogo communities.
I do like the EX raids, honestly.
So
I do miss those. Like that's where like I said that my main like local Discord group like sort of started to get together and form, right? It was because we had to start coordinating and like doing those EX raids, and like if somebody was working during that time or something, like somebody would be able to help out or whatever, like, you know, and do them late if they needed to, whatever. But yeah, we don't have those anymore.
Yeah. And yeah, even Eileen co-signed with what we said. 5 p.m. raids were basically non-existent. Yeah. So, okay, so the EX raids, I have mixed emotions about it because the EX raids, at times, they would happen during a work day.
Yeah, that was kind of.
And the hours were ridiculous. Like,
if it was a weekend,
I remember one time.
Oh, shiny Stunfisk.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry.
Oh wow, nice. So I remember one time. I think it was either on a Wednesday or a Thursday. It might have been a Tuesday as well. I had to leave work and be like, "Hey, I'm going to lunch."
Oh,
but in actuality, I went to a park.
I've done that 1,000 times. Are you kidding?
Yeah. Great. To do an EX raid, and there was a first group there, so I got there late because the park was kind of far from my job or whatever. So they did it, but then another dude showed up with about like 5 accounts.
Oh, whoa.
He parked right next to me. He was blasting Pup Daddy. You can hate me now, and I'm like, okay. And we just did a raid. And I'm like, bet. And then he didn't even say a word. I tried to send it to him like, yo, thanks, man. You helped me out, blah, blah. He just, you can hate me now, but I won't stop now blasting. I'm like, okay. And then I just jet back to work. Oh, and nobody said anything. But yeah, that was funny. What's this say? Hold up. We really went hard at 11 a.m. We got the community out. EX raid were free. Niantic don't like free. Well, I mean... Elite raids are free as well. So
the first 2 or the first one is free for elite raids. Then you got to use your premium passes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good point. Then the issue with EX raids, there are too many gyms now that are EX accessible, and it spreads the people. They are also at really bad times unless they change them. Yeah,
exactly.
They
can change. Exactly. That like the times they can change.
Yeah.
I mean the location they could technically change too, and like limit it to even more an exclusive like EX whatever, right? But
yeah, I agree.
Or they could just relabel some gyms EX or not EX.
Right. Let's see. Kai would say, I feel that they should just improve the number of elite raids per month. Wow. Okay. That was the opposite of what Hector said.
Would that not, like, oversaturate it, though? So, like, people would get bored of it after the first few?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking not a lot of people would be out for it, and then it's going to be hard to even complete the raid.
Yeah. I think that was another criticism I had, is, like, can they tier the raid somehow? So, like, depending on how many people are in them, like, make the difficulty less and the rewards less, maybe, or something like that? Did that make sense?
Well, there's pretty much no reward outside of catching a Pokemon.
No, but like items, I'm saying. Like, maybe you get less rare candies or something if you do it with less people. But if you do it with more people, it's a little more challenging, but you get more items out of it or something. I feel like that would be really hard to code, but like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you took your lunch hour to do EX raid. Yeah, see, Eileen did the same thing.
Totally did that.
Bro, I called out for EX raid, shaking my head. It's not free because if I use your raid before, it's not free.
Called out for them, wow.
Right. Or I guess he meant to say he called them out for it. And EX raid were literally free. Yeah, that is true. They were free for invites. So either they hook you up with one or you were invited to one from somebody else.
Yeah, you could invite somebody. True. That was great.
Yeah.
So then you can like really guarantee that you had the numbers or whatever. Or you could force interaction with that person that won't open your gift.
All right. Assuming that they're local, that
well, even not. Like, you'd still force an interaction with them because, like, inviting them counted as an interaction.
It did? Yeah. Wow, I don't remember that one.
I remember that.
Let's see. Kai would say this one was pretty easy to do, even easier than some 5-star raids. I feel that 1 egg per week would still bring some people together.
1 egg? Whoa.
So, now the question is, if it's 1 egg per week, would they be the same Pokemon for the month, or would it be different Pokemon per week? And if it's different Pokemon per week, then at week 50, it's gonna be like, what do we put in that egg for that week? They're gonna run out of Pokemon to put in there, and then they're gonna be recycling stuff, and then we're gonna be back to the whole. Well, I done this back at week 7, so I ain't doing this again. You know, back to that nonsense, and there won't be a lot of people out at that point. A local will volunteer and take 10 phones to do everyone raids for them. What the heck?
Okay, that's technically against TOS, so don't.
Yes,
don't
it is against
do
it.
that.
Well, I mean, is it?
Yeah, because multiple accounts playing on somebody else's account, that's all against TOS.
Well, I mean, like, first of all, he's taking somebody else's phone and playing for them.
Right, but that's playing on somebody else's account, which is against TOS.
I always look at playing on somebody else's account is logging into their account on your phone as opposed to you grabbing their phone and playing their account on their phone.
I think still playing on somebody else's account is against you. But again, I'm not sponsored by Niantic, so I don't. I could not care less at this point. You do whatever you.
You missed first interaction with EX rays. Okay, yeah, I did it. So useful. I abused that so much. Let me see. I almost forgot to do. I'm assuming in the city island because we went back and forth for the gyms before the EX rays. Okay. Why not have elite raids during raid hour?
Oh.
I'm trying to think of a bad reason for that, but nothing's coming to my mind right now.
Maybe if some people don't get out of work in time, but that could be true of like any day of the week. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be any day. Well, any of the work days, like Monday.
Well, but even people that work on the weekend, so I don't know.
Like, that's the lesser of. Yeah, that's the lesser. I would say that.
Yeah, it's a good suggestion, I think, but I don't know.
But yeah, I can't think of a negative reason for that. Elite. So basically, you're still saying one elite raid per week. You're still saying that.
But during raid hour.
Right, but it's during raid hour.
That would definitely kill hosting raids on stream, though. Not that
yeah, you have to be there to do it.
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, that's
not that that's the basis for what raid hour should be, but okay.
So, where's that comment at? Okay, they're just holding someone else's phone. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. So, you catching someone else's Pokemon off their screen while doing a YouTube video will be against the rules.
What's that?
Okay,
catching someone else's Pokemon off their screen will really need probably.
Oh, I mean, you know what? I can think of an example of that. So like, what happened? Matman got a shiny Shadow Larvitar. And Cricket caught it in her video. So technically, she was playing somebody else's phone or somebody else's game on their phone.
Yeah.
So there was that.
Yeah. I think that's still TOS.
So the elite raids doing red hour big red. But that's the same argument for ES raids. We're happy to lunch hour raids. Oh yeah, that's right. Lunch hour. Yeah, lunch hour raids. That was a thing at one point. Not a lot of people was going because that was cut into people's time.
Maybe.
And then Spooky said he got to do his lucky trade with you at some point.
Sure, yeah, I'm around.
Okay. So the thing is about the whole EX raids during raid hour is you're still saying one elite raid or one day per week where you get EX raids. I mean not EX raids, but elite raids. And again, the problem with that is it the same Pokemon going to be in the elite raids for that month? Or is it different Pokemon in those elite raids per week? Because again, once you get to raid 50, what's going to be there? Is it the same stuff we've seen already? And at some point, you're going to run out of Pokemon that can go in there. So now it's like, what do you put there? So the whole one elite raid day per week fiasco, I don't like it because it kills off a feature that is a part of the game. So that's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because the objective here is to keep people engaged in playing the game. But if you do something every week, it's like, yeah, and there's not an unlimited amount of Pokemon. So it's like 2 years later, why am I still playing this? I've done all this like a year ago, so. Same Pokemon for a month will still bring some people, you feel. Same Pokemon from per month. So you talk about like 4 weeks of the same Pokemon in elite raids. Like, I'll be honest, it depends. Like, I can understand that people may miss that first week, and then they're gonna try to get it the second week. I can understand that.
But then after that, like, everybody else who's like gonna be helpful will be done.
Right. Everybody would get it done that first. A lot of people would get it done the first week.
And then you struggle to get the numbers to actually defeat it.
Yeah. So, like that raid, like the elite raid would have to be made easier in order for that to work. So, like, if you could get like maybe 2 or 3 accounts to do it, then yeah, that should be no problem. But if it takes 5, 6, 7, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Oh, they talking about TOS in the chat. What happened? Okay, we missed my. Okay, let's make that. I think technically that is against TOS. Exactly, silly. Same Pokemon for a month. We still. Okay, I saw that. But they basically already recycle legendaries for raid hour, which is true. They do recycle legendaries. So again, if you're gonna be recycling legendary, like for example, we were just talking about it. Oh, Lugia's coming back. Siesta. Right. I'm not going out for that. Exactly. Oh, Tornado's here. Siesta. Yeah. I'm not going out for that. So yeah, that's another thing as well. We literally just said this in live stream like a half hour ago. Okay, let's see. Squid said I think elite raids should be EX raids again, but make it after community day, and if you do it, you get more community spawns instead of the 4-star version of the community day mods.
Interesting.
So that would still make it one, maybe twice per month because of the whole community day classics. The community will stay for those without question.
It's gonna make it a really long day, though.
I mean, it depends on when you start. Because we talk, for example, you never show up in your community day on time for whatever reason, so you could be like a half hour late or whatever. Yeah. And then you can have the energy to do the aftermath.
But then, what about the people that actually start on time because they have things to do, like later in the day or something? Well,
then, in the words, I'm quoting the Kingpin from the animated series Spider-Man. Sacrifices must be made.
Okay.
Dun-dun-dun. I love that. Okay. So, yeah. Yep. Michael, what's up, man? But yeah, that's an interesting topic, though. That's an interesting topic. Some people say elite raids should be gone. Others said once per week. Some say once per month. I mean, that's it. That's interesting.
I think
you ain't staying late.
I think ultimately, like maybe twice a month. Like first time, you know, because they've shown us time and again that technical errors happen. So like the first one could be like a.
That's a good point too.
And then the second one could be the actual like fix, right? Yeah.
Which would make more sense to do it the once like per week thing.
Yeah.
And have the same Pokemon for the month, so in case like. There'll be less people for that first week, like, oh, I can't make it this week, I can make it next week. And then there won't be a lot of people trying to do raids at the same time. So, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So, it's, like, it's don't if you do it, don't if you don't, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, it's crazy. But I like it, though, I like it. How about for raid hour, week 1 of the month, they do the Legendary Pokemon week 2, the Mega Raid, week 3, Elite Raid, week 4, a mix of all 3.
I kind of like that, rather than just doing just legendaries, right?
Yeah.
So that's a little more variety, plus they'll not run out of things as quickly.
That's true. That's not a bad idea. And then the Mega, though. The Mega? So with the Mega...
Some people care. Some people care about Megas, and some people really don't, though. That's the other thing. But I guess the same could be said for legendaries.
Yeah. And the thing about the Mega is, depending on what it is, it's going to be tougher. Depending on what the Mega is.
Yes, perhaps.
So that's another thing, too. 30 minutes before... Wait, what did I say?
30 minutes before Com Day and 30 minutes after.
I say do a pre-post a major event when the community day already out. Okay. Then people are already grouped and are able to gather to do it. Now, that makes sense. Okay. So you're asking people to show up early, like 30 minutes early or whatever, to do the raids. And then that way, they can leave mid-com day if they want to, and don't have to stay for the whole thing. That makes sense, too. How about... Okay, I said that already. Anything after com day is a bad idea because it is already taking people 3 hours of the day, which feels like enough. So that is partially true.
Before, yeah.
But it's also their choice. It's their choice, and you got to take into consideration whether or not the situation is right for them to take part for the entire 3 hours. So, like, for example, that's me. I'm showing up at Conde 3 hours straight, and then depending on what happens after that, either I'm staying or I'm going home. So like if there's like a go to lore party afterward, I'm going to that. I don't care. But not everybody's me. So
I think it depends. Too.
Yeah. So yeah, it depends. It depends on the person.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like Missing Go's idea. So like elite raids 30 minutes before Com Day and 30 minutes afterward. Well, but here's another thing too. Now you got to talk about the bonuses because of the 2 special trades per day and all that stuff. Because some of that lasts till 10 o'clock. Evolving your Pokemon until 10 o'clock. That still got to be a thing as well.
Keep it. I don't think that affects that.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Then people
unless for some reason the Com Day bonus is like you get double XP for doing a raid, which has never happened and isn't a thing, but you know.
Not very interesting indeed. Yeah, exactly. See? So yeah, like I'm not on what, like, first of all, there's like multiple sides to this. And I'm just standing in the middle like, that's not a bad idea. I don't know about that one. That one behind me sounds good, but the one in front of me sounds good too. That's me right now. What did I say? Elite raids are better than the trash they put out at the Com Day. So we're gonna talk about that in a second. What Missing I just said. That's gonna be changing.
Oh.
And actually I like it. There's like it's not a major change, but it is a change nevertheless.
Interesting.
Let's see. Mrs. Mime, we gotta do something at Santa Fe. Their food is popping. Santa Fe?
Oh, it's a restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Come on, say that's like a city in Arizona, I think.
It's also a city or New Mexico. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the name of a restaurant.
Hey, look, all your friends are groups, so you can annoy them for lucky trades. Okay, it's win-win. I be forgetting to do lucky trades. But first of all, I'm not sure any members of my inner circle I'm lucky friends with. For one, and for two, I rarely see them in person. Nowadays. Oh, that's somebody else. I want to say, who is that? Okay. All right, so anybody want to add anything about the Elite Raids fiasco? Maybe talk about ES raids again, the Com Day raids before we move on to the next topic. Cause that was a long topic, but that was a good one though. I like it.
Long topic.
Long topic indeed. Let's see. I guess we can move on now. So this was interesting. I'll be honest with you. You still have 178 lucky friends at the moment. I don't know how many I have. March was one of the worst months of Pokemon Go.
Interesting.
The Inner Circle Company. Because, like, there was no events in March that was, like, really good for me. Like, really good.
I mean, they just had an in-person event last month, so I feel like, you know.
Right. And then they had that global version. To me, the global version was better than the in-person one in terms of, like, the shinies I was getting and stuff, which was weird.
And also, like, playing at that park was gross.
Oh, my gosh, that park was terrible. Better get another 10 of pineapples. Ugh, wow. But anywho, so here's what we got in March: the Catch Mastery event, the Festival of Colors, the Let's Go event, another Tingle Rocket takeover, and I even forgot this until I was like recording for Monday's video yesterday. A Go Battle Day, Palmer edition. That was yesterday.
Yeah. Which is weird because it overlapped with Team Go Rocket takeover.
Yes, it overlapped with that and the Let's Go event. So there was like 3 events going on at the same time, technically. Which made no sense to me.
It was too much.
So, yeah, that was too much. I agree. So, out of all those events that I named throughout the month of March, which one is the worst? So, let me give y'all... Well, obviously, we got the current Let's Go event. I already talked about that. Let me refresh y'all on the Catch Mastery event. So, that's the one where you had the Hitmonlees, Hitmonchan, spawning around. The Tyrogue was from 7 Kilometer Eggs. And the Hitmontop was from the Field Research only. So that was going on. And that was from March. Oh, that was on that same day, March the 5th. One day only, March the 5th. And there was something about the eggs that got on my nerves. There was something about the eggs that got on my nerves.
Interesting.
So there was that. And then we got the Festival of Colors. That was a multi-day event. That's the one where we got what's that thing called?
Smeargle.
Metachan, Megachan.
Oh.
Yeah, Metachan,
Sure.
yeah.
But Smeargle.
Smeargle.
Chinese Smeargle.
Let me see. I don't see that yet. Maybe I'll come across it when I read off everything. We had Paris Paraz, how you pronounce that crap? Krabby, Coughing, Natu, Wobbuffet, what's that thing called? I'm having a brain fart. The red shell yellow turtle thing.
Shuckle.
Yeah, Shuckle. The seagull bird thingy. Wingo. All 3 forms of Boomy. All those could be shiny. Lickitung could be shiny. Yeah. Galarian. That's not Stunkfish. What the heck is that? The zebra looking thing with the tongue. Galarian.
Lickitung? That's not a...
No, not Lickitung. It's like a zebra stripe. It's zebra color, black and white.
Substrike?
It's Galarian something.
Oh, Galarian. Oh, Zigzagoon.
Yes, Galarian Zigzagoon. So all those can be shiny. And then we also got Stunky and that ugly fist Bruxus made his debut.
Bruxus, yeah.
Yes, there it is. Shiny Smeargle was at the cameras. And then you got the birds from the field research. You got the cast forms. Oh, I hated that. The cast forms from the field research only.
It's a shame that they didn't, get those shiny, but...
Yeah, I stopped. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
The only one I need was the snowy one. I'm like...
Yeah, no.
So I had to look for a field research that had the one for the cast forms. Then I had to complete it. And then I had to hope that it was the snow form. And then I had to hope it was shiny. I'm like, that's too much. No, screw that.
That's too much work.
A lot of crap had to go your way. And I'm like, nah, screw that. And then some 1-star raids were interesting. Rockruff was in 1-star. The gray cat that could be shiny was in there as well.
No, the other one.
Psychic type. I forgot what it's called. And then 3 stars, it was Druddigon and the Galarian. No. Alolan Executor, that's right. And those are the only 2 that can, which is weird. So that one can't be shiny. But the regular Executor, which was also a 3-star race, could not be shiny. So that was weird.
Isn't that annoying? Yep. Fudge. Sorry.
Right.
I'm playing Unite also while we're talking.
Uh-oh. That's a problem.
It's not going well. Let's just put it that way. It's not right.
Where's that cat? I forgot what it is.
Glameow.
I think it was a shadow type. No, not Glameow. It can stand up on 2 legs.
Psychic type?
I think it's a psychic type.
Cat?
I could be wrong with that. Yeah, it's a cat. Okay, it gotta be a normal type.
What color is it? You said gray, right?
Yes, it's gray. And it can be shiny. And I think it have 2 forms, 2 evolution forms. So it's like an either or thing.
I don't know that then. Did I break that?
Oops, I messed that up. Normal and not shiny. Let me see what chat is saying. So Hector saying, okay, so no, first off, Squid said Cat's Mastery was too short. If it was over the weekend, then cool. Yeah, exactly. No, the inner circle is not crumbling. Stop it missing, y'all.
Oh, Esper.
Yes, Esper. That's what it is. Esper. Let me double check. ESP. Yes, Esper. What is that? Yeah, it is a psychic type. I was right. Yes, Esper.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me see. So Squid saying Cat's Mastery. Hector said Cat's Mastery. Amazing Eileen said it wasn't just Tyrog in the eggs. Oh yeah, that's right. There was other crap in the eggs. It wasn't just Tyrog. Yes. I was so upset at that. I was like, okay, I'm done hatching eggs. I was so upset at that. And then there was a limit.
Yeah.
Because there was 7K eggs. There was a limit. So that was another thing.
Yeah, I only hatched 1.
Starting to end myself, true. We need to get lucky friends. Oh gosh. Thanks, mine, for the translations.
Yeah. Got it.
Hey, dude, how's it going? Okay. The brain hurt after all these events.
It's a lot. It's a lot of events. But at the same time, I remember, I think Michael was like, you either have a lot of events or you have nothing and then people get bored. Or people complain about too many events. There's no in between.
Right. I never seen people complain that there's too many events. I never seen that.
I mean, I feel like this was too many events. Like, there's too many things to keep track of. But also, at the same time, I'm like, I didn't play them all, and I don't care about all of them, so...
I feel like that was more so the case for February, not so much for March.
I don't remember February. Yeah. See, I don't remember things. So.
Yeah, I think February had way more events than March. March really had 1, 2,
what happened in February?
3.
I don't even know.
Let me see.
I honestly don't remember. We had 2 calm days, right?
I think we did.
March didn't have 2 calm days.
I think we did. I'm not 100% sure, but let me double check real quick. Pokemon Go February events. Okay, so February had the Crackling Voltage event, and at the same time, the Team Go Rocket Takeover event. There was a Norvac Community Day, a Valentine's Community Day. In the middle of that, it was a Love This Limited Resource Day. And then the next day after that, in the middle of Valentine's Day, it was a Go Battle Weekend Vulpix Edition. And then there was the Las Vegas Go Tour event. And then after that, it was Primal Women's event. And then after that, it was the Global Horn Tour event. See, way more events in February than March.
And it's a shorter month, too.
Yes, it is.
Impressive.
So, wait, what? I saw something. Oh, another hot topic. All Pokemon in Raid should be shiny.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like some of this crap in here, like where's the thing at?
Dugong? Who's
like
going
right
to Dugong
now,
Raid? Like, nobody, because it can't be shiny.
And they have no use.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow.
Well, you could use it in PvP if you wanted to, but...
I'm trying to think. Dugong? Let me double check. How you spell it? Is it D-U?
D-E-W.
Dugong? Oh, yeah. That can be useful. Yeah. PvP, yeah, that can be useful.
That's about it, though.
Yeah, that's it.
It can't be shiny, so...
Yeah, these evolved Pokemon, they need to change that. That's annoying, I'll be honest. So, let's see. I had to go over the Cast Mastery event. I think that was the worst one. It should have been more than one day. All the 7K eggs should have been Tyrogue.
Oh, that was the Hitmon. Okay, yeah.
Yes,
that
Hitmon fiasco.
I barely played that one, so...
So, my main thing was the Tyrogue, and I was kind of going for another Hitmon top, and I did get one, but it was like, ugh.
Yeah.
A monthly event with monthly research tasks. I kind of feel like the monthly research task, that is a thing already to a degree, more or less.
Monthly research tasks? Like regular research or like a special research?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like a regular, like a collection challenge thing, a today's challenge, or a special research. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands like I'm a Kung Fu master. I don't know what this is, but yeah. Nothing's good to check. Come to the Bronx. I'm about to say, what the heck is BX?
The Bronx.
Okay. Yeah, there was a limit on how many 7K. Because remember, you can only open about 20 gifts. And that, even with that, not all those gifts, you would be guaranteed an egg. And I'm not just saying that because, your egg slot is full. No. Like, it don't matter. You can have no eggs. You may open a gift and not get an egg. It's so annoying. I'm like, what the heck?
Correct.
So head to saying a monthly special research.
Monthly special research. Interesting.
So, as I grab another drink, I can see people doing it. It really depends on the rewards, I want to say. I don't know. Like, I think it would be crappy rewards and most people would still do it. Yeah, so far not a fan of March. Hopefully April will be better for events. We're going to talk about that in a second. So it sounds like a lot of people are agreeing with me and saying that Cast Mastery was the worst event for this month.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Although nothing was particularly interesting in my opinion, but...
Yeah. And I have to say, I'm looking at the Festival of Colors. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say the current Let's Go event, the best one. Either that or maybe the Team Go Rocket Takeover.
Man.
Like, what's better than one of those two?
I like
Festival
I mean,
colors?
I like the festival colors, mainly for shiny Smeargle, but they do that every year, so.
Yeah, and plus there's a limit on that too.
Yeah.
Five
There's a
five
limit,
snapshots per day.
Sure.
And now since I already have one of those, it was like, whatever. So
I suppose. The same could be said for this current event, right? For the Let's Go event, where you're like, Ditto's not that interesting, I don't care.
yeah, so my main focus was elsewhere. But the thing with this one is you get Pokemon that are regionals elsewhere to your area, so
They're not
that's
the
a
most
plus.
interesting ones, though.
No, but it's still
It's not
regionals.
like we're getting Tropius and Relicanth again. Would be
Right.
amazing.
But they still regionals
Or Corsola.
that you normally have to travel to get, so.
Yeah, nice.
But at the same time, this happened twice, so it's like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the Global Go Fest fiasco.
That's
so yeah.
right. That was just last year.
Yep, last year, August.
Yep.
Alright, so, Squid, where you at? And actually, because Trainer Spooky, he's in New York, right?
Correct.
Okay, so. Oh, yeah, you're going to lose that bet, Carly. You're going to lose that bet. So, for those who don't know, I made a prediction in one of my 2 videos earlier the year, or goals, rather, whatever. No, it was a prediction video for Pokemon Go. I said that we're going to get Shiny Gumi for Go Fest this year. She don't believe it, so.
I don't think so. Maybe. Actually, no, I take that back. Because what did we get? It was Axew last year that was dropped. So we're going to get
Yes.
Axew Comday probably in
Yes.
June or July or something.
Yes. And we need a
And
new
we need a new
dragon to
dragon.
replace it. And I'm thinking
I mean,
Gumi.
it's possible.
Yeah.
They could throw a curveball, though, and give it something else. But who knows?
So, are you talking about, they should, Hector said they should make the Buffalo nationwide.
What? Nah.
I don't know about that. You talking about these
I
right
already
here.
got Toros nationwide. That's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. I had to travel to Philly to get these.
Oh, you didn't get it until Philly. Yeah,
Yeah, that Philly Safari
that's
Zone.
right.
And I was featured in Niantic's video
On that one?
for that Philly joint.
And you
Yeah.
were not working with them then? Right.
No, I was not. Nope, I was not. Somebody recommended that I get interviewed. So I'm like, bet, okay. I forgot who it was. It was me, Billy, and Saragawan. We all got interviewed that day.
Okay.
Yep, exactly. We already had Dino Community Day, so yeah, can't be Dino.
That's right.
They just playing event. We just got annoyed by Community Day. Yeah, see, there's
Yeah.
that. So, since we got some New Yorkers in here, so here's the thing. Like, obviously, y'all know me. I always rep in Detroit. Detroit, the most dangerous city in America. Don't at me. I don't care. But in terms of like the most recognizable city, the most famous city in all America, it's New York. Like, some might say it's Los Angeles, but it's New York. Let's be honest. So, since we got Mrs. Mime in the chat, and we also got Squid the Beats and Trainer Spooky, who are based in New York, I want to know what it's like to play Pokemon Go in New York, preferably New York City, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in, the middle of Manhattan, you're just like, it's the best. Like, there are spawns everywhere. You're going to get in raids, and it's full lobbies, You don't have to work as hard. But people will drop lures and things like that. If you live in an outer borough, I would say it's a little different. Like,
Oh.
if you're living like Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Staten Island, even, like, it's different than like Manhattan, or even like parts of Manhattan too. Like the upper parts of Manhattan are still quieter than like the Midtown area. Like you have to work harder to like make sure you have the numbers to do raids, and you have to be more proactive about dropping lures, because random lures aren't just going to drop, and you're not going to have a random like lure party happening. But if you're talking about like main bits of Manhattan, like Midtown Manhattan, Lower Manhattan, yeah, it's like the best. Best.
Okay. Carly, what are you talking about? No, don't announce it. What are you talking about? Don't announce what? What are you talking about? Squid, Trainer Spooky, I know you're in the chat. Is there anything y'all would like to add regarding what's it like to play Pokemon Go in New York? I know Squid is based off Brooklyn?
Yeah, he's in Brooklyn.
Right. And I don't know where Spooky is.
Spooky's in the Bronx also.
Okay, so if you're in the city part, no worry about raids, lures, and spawns in Brooklyn. It's kind of dry unless it's something new or a new shiny most people play in silence in Brooklyn.
That's the thing. Like, when you go into Manhattan for like a comedy or something, you know you're gonna find a bunch of people like to play with. If you're in like an outer borough, you're kind of playing by yourself. There might be like other people around, maybe like quietly playing to themselves or whatever, but like it's not like Manhattan where everyone is like just there.
Also, with your raids, I think you have to deal with spoofers as well.
Yeah, that is a struggle. For sure. I would say that like like when we hosted the lore party, that was a big struggle because I think like a lot of people, which is again against TOS, but like spoofed to that particular location where we wanted to host that lure party. And because the lures were 3 hours long, it kept blocking all the stops where we could put stops down.
Oh. So the spoofers would show up and just put down regular
most
lures,
likely they were spoofers. I mean, like it could also be people in the buildings or like visitors in hotels or whatever nearby. But like the fact that they're constantly like lit tells me that it's probably people that aren't physically in that location. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But yeah, so like in that particular case for the Golden Lure Party, we had to like anytime like a lure would stop, we would have to run to that one really quick and try to drop it. It wasn't the best.
Right, let's see. So Hector said he visited New York once. It was fun and memorable moment. Was catching a shiny Ghastly at the Nintendo store.
I love the Nintendo store. That's like probably one of my favorite places in the city.
So yeah, obviously, if I go to New York, that would be one of the first places I go.
Yeah, make sure you bring an extra, suitcase then, because you're just gonna buy all the things.
Well, if they have a bunch of plushies, I ain't getting plushies.
You're not getting plushies?
I'm not a plushie guy.
I got like T-shirts and mugs and other things. Keychains.
Well, not mugs. I don't have. Well, no, I'm not a keychain guy either. I don't have enough room for mugs. T says it had to make sense. It had to go with my J's. It had to look fly. Otherwise, I'm not getting it.
Okay, well, they have a lot of options. I would say, like, even not just the Pokemon stuff, because the Pokemon stuff they actually buy from, like, Pokemon Center. I know this because I know someone that works there, but,
oh, okay.
Like, their, like, regular Mario stuff or just their, like, Nintendo branded stuff is, like, pretty fly. So I would recommend looking at that.
So the first thing I'm doing when I go into the Nintendo store, I'm finding Donkey Blank Blank and I'm giving him a Stone Cold Stunner.
Wow.
It's over. He's gonna get hit. I don't care if it's a statue. It's gonna get broken because I'm gonna lock his jaw on my arms and just crash.
I don't think there is. Oh, is there a Donkey Kong statue? No, they replaced it with a Bowser one.
Oh, they're smart. Okay.
No, the Pokestop. The Pokestop is still. It still shows DK, I think, but it actually is Bowser.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so let me see. Bryant Park is small, missing over. You're always bound to find players. Central Park is good for a community event. Okay.
Central Park is humongous though, so that's a problem. Like, it's harder to like centralize people or like be like, all right, we're gonna play in Central Park. Okay, where are we meeting?
Right, we're in Central Park. But you also said that Central Park would be a good spot for a Go Fest.
Yeah, I dropped a video about that too.
Yes, she did.
It actually would be an incredible spot for a Go Fest. And there's like lots of public transportation, so like you won't have the problem like you had in Las Vegas, where everyone's taking an Uber to the park.
Right.
So yeah, highly recommend Central Park. The only problem with Central Park though is like you're gonna get a lot of other people in the park unless they somehow figure out a way to close it off, which I don't think they're gonna do. But
nah, it's gonna be like Seattle or in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. Where just like other random people are walking through the park too.
Yeah, in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago too. Yeah.
So, what that say? True. No matter what time of day or night it is, there's always lots of lures on the stop. I don't know how many spoopers or a big spender that just always have lures. Wow, okay.
That lives right in Bryant Park, like that. Well, they probably are a big baller then if they live right there. But
And that's not a bad idea. Hector bought a lot of Pokemon socks. Now I may do some socks.
So they definitely got a good collection of like socks and accessories.
See, so I wouldn't mind messing around with socks. So that bet was made with Trish. Yeah. So Trainer Spooky must have dipped, so he didn't add anything regarding whether like playing New York. All right, so
it's great though. I hope GoFest is here, so then I don't have to spend money.
So we are now in the last week of March, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have not heard anything personally.
They still haven't said like, "Oh, we're having a meeting about this." Wow.
About that, no.
Wow.
So far, no. Unless something. Yeah, let me double check.
I mean, how much advance notice do you need?
So that's the thing. So when me and Lando and V and Glitch were brought in, we were brought in after GoFest announcement was made worldwide last year.
Oh, really? Wow.
So we was not a part of the whole prep scenario. We had no clue how that worked. So it's gonna be new. It's gonna be brand new to me once we get to that point. So.
But like with other events, right? Like I'm sure they've, given you all notice, like this sort of like notice, and brought you into a meeting or something to talk about it, right?
Yeah. So yeah, they did like.
For
example,
Las Vegas, right?
There was not a meeting for Vegas. I was gonna say the Ultra Beast event.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there was a meeting for
that
that,
makes sense.
but there was not one for the Hoenn event though.
Interesting.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. So, I'm still saying the public. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm still saying the public should know about GoFest anything this week. If not this week, then it's got to be next week. It's got to be next week. Otherwise, they slacking.
Yeah, people got to know. I'm sort of wavering now too whether I want to go to all three. Do I actually want to spend money and go to all three of them? I don't know.
Well, I can't do London.
You can't do that one.
No, I can't do that.
That would be London's expensive. Like even the flights there aren't cheap now.
So.
But I would.
Because I may be doing something else during that time, so I don't know. So that's really the main reason. Were you told in advance of the Hoenn tour? Oh, yes.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
I had to think about it. Yes, I was. And that was happening like after we got back from LA for the Ultra Beast.
That's a lot of time.
Once I got
that's
back,
a lot of time notice.
Yeah.
Then.
I was like, oh, that's happening? And at first I'm like, I'm not going to go because that was not in my plans. But then ultimately I'm like, it's Vegas. And I pulled the trigger and decided to go. And I'm glad I did because a lot of people went.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they need announcements where people can prep. I agree. I wholly agree with that. Wholeheartedly agree with that. So the only thing that we know regarding April is Togetic's Community Day. So one of the two things that they're doing that I really like is when you do those tier 4 raids, you can get a shiny from it now.
Oh.
So hopefully that was more of a incentive for people to stay and do those raids.
Can you?
So yeah.
Interesting. Well, the last one though was just Slowpoke, right? So
yeah,
that would make sense.
but you could. Yeah, I don't think you could get a shiny from that.
So
if memory says it correctly.
Right. I think you could. Right. Can you?
Yeah. So this is much better.
So
yeah. So now you can.
You're saying for the next one, Togetic will be able to.
Yes.
Interesting.
Cause where's that website? Well, I'm not at the website. But I did saw the graphic, and I'm like, oh, you can get that from the raid now? Okay. And then, of course, you can have Togepi from the eggs. I need one more shiny Togepi, so this is great for me to complete the family, that is.
Oh. Do you not have one?
So, I have a shiny Togekiss. So, I evolve a Togepi all the way up to a Togekiss. And then I got another shiny Togepi that I named Zoe 2 Dots. So, I'm keeping that as a Togepi. So, I need one more, and I wanted to keep it as a Togetic.
Nice.
So, there's that.
I feel like that's going to be another one where I'm kind of like, I'm going to stroll up at 4 and be like, yo, what's up, everybody?
Okay, so yeah, check this out. Once you successfully complete a 4-star raid battle against Togetic, additional Togetic will appear around the gym that hosted the raid for 30 minutes. If you're lucky, well, okay, you may count a shiny one, but they did have like the shiny logo on the raid boss icon, so I'm assuming you can't get a shiny from the raid.
Interesting.
I didn't do any raids community day. I don't know, but Mrs. Mine was popping up with shinies after community day though.
That's right, after 5 o'clock.
Yeah, they normally have the same rates as they normally have the same rates as a community day rate. So yeah,
exactly.
But outside of community day, we know nothing about next month's events at the moment. So we may get an announcement on that.
The season ends at the end of May, right?
Yeah, end of May. Yeah, like June. Yeah, prior to June. Yeah.
Okay.
So we probably won't hear anything regarding next month's events and stuff like that until Thursday, or unless they forget to tell us Friday with everybody else. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Could happen.
So let me see. What was April like last year?
I mean, Easter event, which is about eggs usually.
Okay, here we go. April 2022 event guide. An April Fool's event happened last year. Obviously a Team Go Rocket takeover event. There was something called the Spring into Spring event.
Okay.
Sustainability week.
Oh, interesting.
But nothing about an Easter
Well, they
event.
don't name it Easter, but Spring into Spring is probably like a quote unquote Easter event. They don't name like holidays.
Let's see.
So like even Christmas, they'll call it like the festival of whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
I had 4 shiny Togepi's and got a shiny Togepi at Seattle, so I'm going the shinies. But I love Togepi, so I still do it. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, obviously, we have to get news about next month this week. We have to. Otherwise, it'll be late.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's obviously going to happen. The question is, when would it happen and what would they say?
Yeah, like what things are we actually going to get?
So, yeah, I think we'll get another sustainability week. I think we're going to get a spring into spring event, quote unquote, aka the Easter event. I think we'll get another Team Go Rocket event. Apparently, that's like
They're doing it every month. That's a lot.
Yeah. So, the April Fool's event, which is on a Saturday,
They could do
that is possible.
Yeah.
But the problem is, that's a regional.
What do you mean that's a regional?
The regional tournament is going on that weekend, which is why I'm going to Fort Wayne.
I don't think
cover
they
that.
like take that into consideration because they did that regional tournament the same weekend as Vegas, if you recall. So I don't think they really care. But also,
Was it a regional?
yeah,
I think it was an international.
something. It was a tournament or something like that. So,
Let me see.
but I think also if they do a like an April Fool's event, it'll be so short that it's like meh. It won't actually interfere with like anything.
Let me see.
Like what did they do last year? It was Ditto, I think, last year. So they're probably not going to do that this year since we just had
There's no way. It's a week prior. Nah,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Maybe they'll do.
And that's it's gonna be going on till Wednesdays. There's no way.
Oh yeah, no. Maybe they'll do. Remember when they changed all the sprites to like the pixel versions? That was fun. I missed that.
Oh yeah.
They never told us about that, but they just surprised us with it, and it was great.
When was the Hoenn event? That was
February.
Yeah, okay, that was 17 to 18. So the Knox
Elite Raid
what was
Day.
that? The Knoxville event was the weekend after. Elite Raid Day on the first now.
Can you imagine? Oh no. Yo, what if
So
they
it
do?
wasn't a regional.
Oh, it's probably gonna be a Zorora. Now I think about it. Zorua, whatever.
So yeah, it was I knew it. It was an international. It was a Oceania, how you pronounce that word? International Championships
Yeah.
in Australia. That was going on during the Hoenn
Yeah.
event. I knew it was an international.
Still a tournament
gonna
of
be
some
one for
sort.
him.
But back to April Fool's Day. I think it's probably gonna be a Zorua related event because they just dropped Zorua.
Ooh, where's that community day? That's on the April 15th.
Community Day.
The Togetic.
Oh
one.
yeah.
Europe is going to have their internationals that weekend in London.
Yeah. It is what it is. They don't really.
That's going to be fun.
In-game events don't really line up with their tournaments unless it's Worlds, right?
Yeah, they'll do like a Worlds event. Yeah, but yeah, that was gonna be fun. The next Elite. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. There's an Elite Raid Day in April. I forgot
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
that's right. That's right. For Reggie Lucky.
And she's saying it's April 9th. Yes, it is April 9th. That's a Sunday.
April 9th. And I'm still gonna be here. Okay.
Wait a minute. That's Easter Sunday. I just thought about that.
Oh, is it really? Oh, that's messed up then. Well,
Cause we can't find turkey for Easter Sunday.
I guess a bunch more people are gonna show up to the 2 and the 5 o'clock ones rather than 11 o'clock then, huh?
Probably. I mean, I'm gonna show it to the 11 o'clock one. I don't know about the 5 o'clock one, because that's when we normally eat.
Well, don't people go to church in the morning, right?
Yeah, some people do.
So maybe the 2 o'clock one will be popping. Everything else will be.
Yeah. Yeah, everything else would be. Yeah.
At least in the U.S. Everywhere else, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
Well.
Crazy.
Make sure you catch extras, though, so you can trade them to people that couldn't do the raids then.
Yep, that's a good point. And then I can work on my video sooner for the next day. Like, hey, here's my Elite Raid Day on Easter.
Yeah.
Raid.
Elite raids on Easter. Nice.
All right. So, I know this ain't listed, but it's kind of fitting. Because last month, I had Lando on the show.
Yeah.
And it was Black History Month, so we talked about that. So, now I had you here in March, and it's Women's Month. International Women's Month.
It is.
So,
just to be clear, I identify as non-binary, so that's not the same thing. But yes, happy Women's History Month to all the women out there.
How do I want to tie this all together? Okay, who would you say would be your biggest inspiration in terms of a female content creator within Pokemon Go?
Well, I'd definitely have to say Zoe. She has been so consistent and so just like I think the way that she handles herself as a creator and just like as a human being, like I don't know, there's something awesome about her that I'm just like, yep, she's cool. she doing her thing. And that's inspiring. And like frankly, like a very long time ago, like we had a conversation. Like this was like I didn't have 100 followers yet on YouTube, and she was like, "Wait a minute, what?" And like she like purposely gave me a shout out in her video that like pushed me over. Oh, it was over 1,000. Sorry, not 100, 1,000. And she was like, "What?" So like and like she was willing to be like, "Hey, let me like give you some tips on like maybe your thumbnails and your like titles and stuff like that." So like just like a cool person, like who's willing to jump in and help out and not stuck up and all of that. But also like real confident and like isn't gonna take BS from other people. That like I think that's why she's so cool.
Okay, cool. I have to say, for me, this might be a controversial one, but I have to say Holly for me.
Okay.
Because of how close we were, and we known each other quite for a bit, going back to 2017, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember out the blue, I was out recording the video late at night in Dearborn, and I got a notification on my phone that says that I was a mod for hers on YouTube. I'm like, what?
Yeah, notification for that?
Yeah, yeah, I did. So I kind of did a video about that, but of course we went back to what I was doing. But yeah, and it was cool meeting her for the first time in 2018 in Indy, which is where I would be this weekend. And I've been going back ever since with the sets of 2021. But yeah, she's very cool to hang out with. Very loving when it comes to Pokemon. She really loves Pokemon a lot. So, and just like Zoe, yeah, she takes no BS from anybody. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, that's Zoe too. That's definitely Zoe as well. But yeah, that's Holly as well. So yeah, for me, I have to say Holly.
Cool. What about you, chat?
Yeah, what about you, chat? Oh, speaking of Zoe, she just went live on Steam playing Stardew Valley. Okay.
Stardew Valley. That's cool.
I'm not familiar with that game. But yeah, chat, who would you say would be your biggest inspiration or who you're a fan of regarding any female content creators within the Pokemon Go atmosphere? If y'all need help, just say Mrs. Mime and then y'all be cool.
Okay, again, non-binary, but yes. Okay, sure. Who else would I list under that? Honorable mentions.
I would say Cricket.
Okay. Oh, Debbie Pebble.
Yes,
She's
Debbie.
my choice.
That's another one.
She's my number 2 choice. No, she's not number 2. She's also number 1. Let's put it that way.
So yeah, so it's a tie between Zoe and Debbie.
Yeah, I think Debbie's like super underrated because I think a lot of people don't know who she is, but like, she's awesome. And like,
I actually learned something new about her recently too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like most people don't know about her. I've known about her for a while, because she was like doing PvP and like there weren't that many like non-male people doing PvP stuff. But she's just also like super cool and super chill, and also like isn't like taking BS from people. So
Yeah. So yeah, I also learned that she's also on lift rates. So like a deadlifter, I'm like, oh, she does that. Wow.
Oh
okay.
yeah, I saw that she posted that on Instagram. I was like, oh damn, okay.
Yeah,
Good for you.
know, right? Exactly.
Good for you.
So let's see. Kairu said Cricket. Mystico said Cricket. Gaga. Oh, good old Gaga. See, I have a bone to pick with Gaga.
What's
Gaga.
that?
So she was in Vegas. I'm not sure if you saw her there. She was in Vegas.
She was in Vegas?
Yeah, she was at Vegas. So I'm walking. I think I'm trying to meet up with you guys at the media tent. But before I got to the media tent, I saw her. She was just happened to be there. And I'm walking that direction. And she literally called me by this certain nickname that she was instructed to do so by, I'm not sure you know who this person is, Cooper's Charms. Yeah. So I was annoyed. I'm like, God dang it. You're the first one to call me this nickname in real life. Right. Let's see. JVV, what's up? They search our live stream. Let me see. Squid gonna say V and Glitch, because you met V back before when she was using her previous name. Then you met them at Stuff for Community. They met her last year, and they were talking about being sponsored. Yeah. Lord behold, they were sponsored.
They are cool too. I like them. Both of them.
Cricket, Zoe, and Harlem, all of our mentions. Good. Supposed to be Mystico. You spelled it wrong. Stop it. LaShawn said Tom, but Zoe would be the one.
Tom.
So yeah, with Gaga is she does PvP as well, but she also does Phasmophobia. So
that's right.
She's a part of that community as well, alongside with Cooper, and I kind of like dip my hand into that community as well. I play the game by myself at a big spooky building. And I went face to face with a ghost by myself. It was scary, but I did it, and I was successful.
It was scary, but you did it.
Oh my gosh, it might sound like that. Stop it.
That's funny.
So yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of Zoris. So with Glitch and V, I would consider them more Pokemon than Pokemon Go.
I agree.
But I will admit though,
but they do work with Niantic, so I mean, I would still consider them for Pokemon Go.
But yeah, but I will say after they start working with Niantic, they have dipped more into Go more often. So yeah, but yeah, I would consider them more Pokemon than Pokemon Go. But yeah, those are good choices too. And y'all need to stop, screw it. I'm trying to think who is it. So there's others, like N.A. Hoff. Oh, so Debbie, she's a big fan of N.A. Hoff.
Oh yeah, she's awesome. N.A. Hoff is amazing. She's
so I met her.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I met her in crappy Columbus, Ohio last year.
Okay.
For the North American Internet. I met a bunch of the PvP community. Well, I knew some of them prior, but I met a lot of them in person there. And she was one of them. So I've been like following her channel ever since. And been a good fan of hers as well.
Yeah.
So what are you about to say about Anna Hoff?
Oh, I was just going to say she's awesome. And like, like one of the top PvPers out there. And like, yeah. Just like another like really good person.
I'm gonna throw two more names out there, even though they haven't really done anything on Twitter as of late. Need for Speedy, and Miss Mystic.
Okay. Yeah, is Miss Mystic? I feel like I haven't seen her.
Yeah, she's been busy with the esports scene, so.
Is she like casting stuff or is she playing in those ones?
Oh no, she's casting. She like behind the
That's
scenes.
what I thought. Oh,
It's like casting, production, stuff
yeah.
like that.
Interesting.
I don't know about Need for Speedy. I need to tell her that I'm going to Indy. 'Cause I think I'm gonna see her in Indy. Well, not the fact you spelled it right, Square. It's the fact that you said it. You ain't supposed to be saying that
Spelled it
crap.
correct too.
I'm trying to think. I think that's everybody that I can think of about the. No, that's not true. What's her name? Momita. So she based off of Europe somewhere. I'm gonna say London.
Or PvP people.
Yes, and Kitty Devour. How you pronounce the rest of her name? Kitty.
Oh, Kitty Devereaux. She's
yes, her.
UK. Yeah.
Yes. So I discovered Kitty from Holly, because Holly rated her one time. I'm like, oh, okay, she looks cool.
She's
then
got,
I follow her.
yeah. She does like.
I recently.
What is it? What is the name of the thing? Like fire
PvP?
Throwing or something?
Yes, fire throwing. Yes,
is that what
yeah.
that is called? I don't know.
I have no idea. I had no idea.
But
I recently became VIP in her stream.
Oh, that's fun.
And then wait, I don't remember how I discovered Momita. I think Andreas rated her. And I was a part of his raid, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's cool too.
Sounds right.
Oh, and then I got one more name. Even though I wouldn't consider them Pokemon, I would consider them more Pokemon than Pokemon Go.
Mm.
Cupcake Dex.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's another one.
Yeah, Pokemon, I would say. Yeah, Pokemon rather than Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we can't forget about Rachel.
Of Jesse and Rachel fame?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who I miss as a content creator too? Speaking of Rachel's. Yo,
Ooh,
Yo
wait a minute,
Friendo. I miss her.
Oh, Yo Friendo. Oh, you know who I thought you was going to say?
Swilly, but yeah.
Actually, no. Sparky Joy.
Oh, Sparky Joy too. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see how my auntie's doing.
I miss Sparky Joy. She was cool.
Yeah, she was cool. And obviously we met in person too, so yeah, I need to see how she's doing. Oh, there she is. MX Champ. That's another PvPer that I met in Crappy Columbus. So I've been following her on Twitch
Lots
too.
of PvPers.
Yeah.
Are there more? Would you say that there are more PvP than like just straight Pokemon Go content then? Creator.
In terms of women?
Like female creators, yeah.
I would say women and African Americans.
Interesting. Yeah.
I would say both of them. Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Like
there's a few others that I can think of that they haven't done it for a while. I'm looking at Shiny Smiling CC. I don't think you know who that is. Cause she used to play Pogo. I'm like, God dang, where are all these people at? It's like, what are y'all doing? Get back here!
Yeah.
But yeah. Alrighty then. So it is 10:34. This is what happens when you have interesting topics. You go over the time limit.
What was our talk? Do we have a time limit? I was not aware.
Well, my goal was to like spend 2 hours on this. Granted, I didn't start until 5 minutes after, but like, dang, we almost went 30 minutes after that. So
yeah.
Alright, so anything you would like to say to the chat before we wrap it up?
What do I want to say to the chat? I mean, sub.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, continue being good people. You know, I know people can be kind of cringy out there, but don't be one of those people. Like, it's not worth it. Just be a good person. You know, empathy. That's an important thing. It's like try to put yourself in other people's shoes before you like start, you know, keyboard warning them on Twitter or whatever. But also, like, enjoy the game at your own pace. Don't feel FOMO. Right? Like, FOMO is, like, the biggest killer of this game. Like, if you're gonna get FOMO really bad, that's when you, like, get upset at the game and, like, don't have fun anymore. And I've, like, learned that the hard way. But like I've been living by it for the last year to like not have the FOMO, and it's just been
hard, difficult.
Well, it was a struggle before then, but now that I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna play the game that I want to, and even if I don't get the shiny that's like released during this event, I'm not gonna sweat about it, and I'm not gonna spend $300 to try to get the shiny in a raid or whatever. Like, that's not worth my time or my money, and yeah, just try not to get the FOMO. That's really my ultimate advice about Pogo. That wasn't meant to be like an advice column, but I don't know. Like and subscribe, you know, all those things. That's all.
So, that's her advice for FOMO in Pokemon Go, even though you do experience that when it comes to trips.
Yeah. That's gonna be so true, especially if I don't end up going to all 3 of the Go Fest next year. Which I'm sure is gonna happen, but this year, I mean, not next year.
Yeah, about to say this year.
Just not financially possible. So, you know, it is what it is. Do what you can.
Mm-hmm. I'm giving you a hint. Pass on the London one.
I was thinking of going to London rather than going to Japan, because Japan is going to be really, really expensive.
You just said London's going to be really, really expensive.
Well, London, I can be there for a shorter amount of time, and also the flight is not as far for me.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. That part makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. I can also work from London. I could technically work from Japan too, but it's not.
Time zone difference. I would not.
Well, my job, you could technically work whatever time works for you, but.
Oh, okay. So you lucky. Okay.
It works out that way, but at the same time, do I want to be spending all my days in Japan, like sitting at my computer working? No.
Nope.
So, like London, I feel like I could take or leave. So, in that case, I could still see a lot of like the European people who want to say hi to me or do trades or whatever. I don't know.
As long as it's not the government.
As long as it's not the government. What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. Just be saying stuff.
What does that mean?
I don't trust the government. That's what
okay.
That means. Alright, so that was the 3rd episode of the Tru Inferno show featuring MrsMime100. If you haven't done so yet, y'all should go ahead and subscribe to her YouTube channel. It is absolutely free. If y'all don't do that, Zoe 2 Dots will find you and strangle your necks. I'm dead serious. So go subscribe to her YouTube channel right now. That's her Twitch right there, actually. So yeah, go and follow her on Twitch as well. So I'm like, wait a minute, that's not her link. Where's your YouTube?
Well, you can click on in the title of your stream right now.
Oh, that is true. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, do that. Click on the title of the stream, and y'all can subscribe for free to Mrs. Mine channel. And while you're at it, subscribe to mine as well. Oh, by the way, y'all may occasionally hear some of my music in her videos, which is another reason why you should subscribe to her on YouTube and check out her videos. So there you go with that. Now, normally I don't do this, but this is where I'm more likely going to be at this point in time. Speaking of women and International Women's Month, Mass Aqua Kitty is live on Twitch, so I'm going to hang out in her chat. I may crash their voice chat. I don't know yet. So there's the link right there. So she playing Scarlet Violet. I don't know what she's doing. Parental advisory is heavily advised. I'm warning you guys right now if y'all going over there. And when the next time you gonna be live? Cause Mrs. Mine was live before I went live. So when the next time you gonna be live?
Probably either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So there you have it with that. Let's switch back over to here actually. All right. So that was episode 3. I'd like to thank Mrs. Mine for showing up on the show. And yes, no problem. Appreciate it. Episode 4 is going to be in April. That will be on the last day of the month of April. So, April 30th. Okay. So, yeah, that's going to be the next episode. Wow, 5 weeks from now. Okay. So, there you have it. I don't know. Right, exactly. I don't know who I'm going to have as a guest at that moment. I need to talk to some people. So, we'll see what's up with April. But we'll have a guest. I just don't know who it is just yet. Right. I need to talk to some people. So, yes. That's it for the 3rd episode of Tru Inferno show. I am going to call it a wrap. Shout out to everybody for showing up to this live stream. That Elite Raid topic was very fun and exciting, and I really enjoyed it. So thank you all for that. I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know what this is. This is boy New Jay Gatsby, aka New Steve Day Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.